All right, hello everybody. Welcome back to VR Master League here on Channel 1. So getting started here shortly, I do believe, between Wave and Cosmic here at the edge of the Silver Division. One of those matches where the results can definitely affect which of these teams can advance or maintain their slots in Silver. Cosmic Kitties coming in at the Silver Division 5 and 6 record. Now Wave, a newer team at least by the namesake. 3 games, but they've had some success, as you can see. 3 matches won already. So with that, trying to face perhaps their toughest test so far in Cosmic, formerly known as Cosmic Kitties, as you see there in the logo. But yeah, so for all you guys here in the stream, welcome to it. Glad to have you. I see a lot of people stopping in and asking for polls. Schlart, who we may see later on as well. But sure, I'll do that. 1 second here. Now you get to look at me as I try to multitask this. Talking and typing never works out for me, but I'm going to attempt it. Cosmic, and see, I already can't do it. Can't do it, guys. It's just never works out for me. Wave with the double V's. All right, there you go. Poll is live now. And I probably made some sort of mistake, but don't worry about it. So yeah, glad to have you all in here. And let me turn this off on my end. There you go. But that said, on so much for subtlety here on the cameras, and for the next match as well, we will have NightFiree joining us, and then of course about an hour from now, we will have Master Tier matches, Master Division matches. Kangarillas and Team Joker, always one of the most exciting matches you'll find in any cycle, any season. Following that, it will be Kangarillas versus Anomaly as well. Anomaly, the new Master Team here after the Challenger Cup just a short week ago. So, a big test for them. For sure. And as far as chat goes there, shout you guys out, stopping in a little bit early here as we started off. A Superfly, JR, JC Blast, Fox Cartoon. See Cosmic in there as well, who's stopping by in the chat. In addition to the game, and Shiny, welcome to it. Not iShiny, but Shiny Bryce. Infernet Galaxy, welcome to it. Mad Thrasher, Reggie Woods. Glad to have you guys here. And NATO Potato. Is it the NATO Potato? You know the one, like from years ago. There's a lot of new players here. Great to see the veterans always coming back into the game. I know NATO was playing some last season too, I believe, at some points. I just haven't been able to cast too much. But glad to see you here in the chat. Glad you like the hair, thank you. It's gotten mixed reactions, but you know, dealing with the hands we're dealt, which is to say, I haven't seen a barber in a year. But with that, holding off here. Another couple minutes, maybe. Again, because it is a rather busy block, we won't be able to stay all too long, so I'm hoping we won't have to do a kind of cut short type of thing, but we just may at some point here. So, holding strong, though. Hopefully one of their players get in, or a sub. NATO in there saying, playing. Yep, same NATO. Awesome, yeah. NATO Potato, fun fact, talk about Kangarillas and Joker later. So, NATO Potato in there back in 2017. Was one of the teammates of Game from Joker, formerly back then known as Game Dude, or was it Gamer Dude? Gamer Dude. But in any case, yeah, NATO, one of his teammates back on a team called Titan, not to be confused with Teen Titans, although they were teens and they were Titans. And certainly now he's Game is more of a Titan than ever over on Joker, but yeah, good to see the returning veterans. Schlart in there, playing since Christmas. I don't believe you. Reggie Woods hosting a tournament. I'll make it easy on you. Just give all the money to me. No contests. That said, Solar, Game is a gamer. Also true. One of the gamiest gamers of all the gamers in this Echo scene. Cubil's in there cheering on Cosmic as well. Now, trying to get word here from one of the teams in Discord. Now, let's see. As far as prediction polls go here, good handful of votes, about evened up actually. 9 votes for Wave, 7 votes for Cosmic, and even the channel point split is not too far off. 54% for Wave, Cosmic 46. So that's one of the more even polls I've seen. But that said, we're apparently missing a player who's just not being heard from on Team Wave. So that is not good news. Might have to cancel the channel point bets in a hot second here if they can't get a sub, because unfortunately, yeah, this was a hyped up match in terms of the votes, but as is the case with these primetime streams, unfortunately can't really afford to delay significantly for them. So don't worry, we can always cancel the poll. That said, we'll give it, another minute or so, but otherwise, this might just be our first edition of Echo Overtime this season in North America. Little podcast. Have to end it early. Would be a sad day, wouldn't it? We do have a match again in 22 minutes from now as well. So following this one, will be Phoenix facing off against Glizzy Gobblers. So that'll also be a fun match in the Diamond Division. All right, so with that, I mean, again, we'll give it another minute or so, I think, until about the 10-minute mark, because anything beyond that would be guaranteeing delays, essentially. So we'll give it some time. In there, they'll say, Reggie Woods, have a nice night. You too. Sounds like you're bound for a nice night, apparently. Superfly in there, Fox Cartoon. I know, I'd be disappointed too. I don't like not streaming matches that we already start, but without having all the players in, you can only do so much. In there, asking about the Kang Joker match. Raw, that's in about 50 minutes, so the top of the hour. Kang Gorillas against Joker, and then following that will be Kang Gorillas versus Anomaly, the new Master Team. So with that, I heard one ready up in the game. Might be one of those 4v3 situations, so we got 10 seconds. Otherwise, we gonna have to cut it. Sad days. With that, they're looking like they're gonna start 4v3, but like I said, okay, there you go. Right on time, basically. So, 4v3 it is. Will be tough go of things here, certainly for the side of Wave. I'm hoping they get their sub or their player back in the game. Either or, though, we're gonna go with it. Alright, so, ladies and gents, we're starting off the night here. Will be 4 matches in a row. Will be Wave, and will be the first joust going to Wines. And Wines here at the bow tie. And just working it up here from that nugget area. And trying to get that goal. Wow, what an awkward couple of dings. Almost into the headbutt, actually. So that would have been nice. Dirty Dan, though, does get the 2-point score here to start them off now. Cubil's in there rooting for Cosmic, but hope Wave gets their 4th. And yeah, I think what it might have been, and we'll get the game audio up for you just in a second. Apologies for that. But the 4th player, from what I understand, maybe assumed it was starting actually half an hour later from what I gathered, but not quite sure for sure. Either or, hoping they get them in, or even a league sub, of course. League substitutes can be pinged over on the Discord and can be put into the games as MMR dictates. But, hopefully there are some options. I mean, there are some sub-capable players here who are qualified. Love to see this turn into a 4v4. But that said, they might not need it. A score coming in, tied up from Blonde. Blonde Boy. So, hey, maybe they're fine. It's always going to be tough, though, to sustain a 3v4 for that length of time. Now, also that said, because it is a 3v4, I'm considering and probably, in fact, will cancel the poll anyway, because I know votes were made under the assumption that it would be a full 4v4, so I will cancel that for you guys. But you'll have some other opportunities a little bit later, of course. Wines here, dishing it over to Xavier, and another score, just 16 seconds off of that joust. So, fast reaction, getting the job done there.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
But launch it out now. Let's see how they go about things here, because, again, these rollouts in 3v4, you just so many fewer options, basically. You have to stay closer together for those boosts. I mean, in 3v3 days, it was always easy to get stranded if you just were too far from your teammates and you got stunned out in the midfield. That's why you see fast goals a lot in those kind of instances, because of people getting stranded. That said, definitely an opportunity here for Kitties to deal some damage and just play on. I mean, gotta work with what you got, and for them, I mean, they'd love to continue pulling ahead here in the silver division and rise up the ranks as they throw down the goal. That was a really nice pocket right in that bottom by the toes, basically. Up by 4 is Wines off of that. 42 seconds expended that time around. Ben in the chat asking if there's a poll. There was a poll, but I did cancel it because it started 4v3, so seemed a little bit wrong to lock people into those bets when people were expecting the 4v4, you know? So next time around. That said, taking here is Wines from the tunnel. Wines sending it through towards that root. Gonna bounce up high towards that Echo logo. Grabbed by Dirty Dan. Dirty Dan does have that cutter at the nest now, actually anchoring down, but will be a miss off that anchored shot and slapping it into the wedge, but to a receiver. Rebounding it eventually is Wines. Now some good communication there from Wines to Dan. Dan with a strong arm shot, 17 meters a second. You saw that big wind up there and using that muscle to get themselves up by 6.
11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Now that said, as far as word sneaks go there, I think we're gonna make a new rule soon. That we can never get the same word twice. That's a very popular one right there. I will say. I'll refund you your points there, but we actually did that just last night. And actually, I'd make a supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. I'll say it anyways, but I think we've gotten that maybe 6 or 7 times now. So we're gonna get some new words. New words. As CP Wine herds the disc, and he's gonna find that goal a little bit exposed there. Kind of floating into it was Matthew. Will be covered off, but a nice pick. Wow, a good grab from Wines. So they're up by 8 points. Halfway through this round, and full advantage in the numbers, both in the score and the players. Launching out now, Reverb and Coat. Captaining this ship and trying to right this ship as they send it way deep into the bubble. It's going to be snagged though by Dirty Dan. Dirty Dan doing what they can. Now pinned down by Xavier. Nice steal from Blondie Boy. Blonde Boy coming in and trying to get it through basically 2 pairs of defenders there. Not able to do so successfully as Wines takes the disc. Retreating into the goal now, Matthew. And Matthew just eyeing it down as a few different players all come careening in. And couldn't quite get that save as it will be Dirty Dan up high this time. We've seen it painted in the top. We've seen it painted in the bottom. And nonetheless, they are right down the middle for the 12-2 lead, up double digits here. And sure, I will hydrate. Glad to do so. Shock asking about overlay disappearing. Do you mean the minimap? If so, that's kind of a game thing. Supposed to change, I think, in the next patch, though, from what I have heard. Because currently, the way the minimap works, it's basically still going by the pub timers, which is to say, 15 seconds after goals, 15 seconds after joust. So in VRML and private matches, it doesn't actually appear by default until after, 20, 25 seconds, something like that. So we have to kind of manually toggle it on our end. But like I said, I think it's supposed to change here in a very soon to come update, as I've been told. So that would be the reasons. But that said, over to Wines. Wines being stunned out. Good job on the aggressive defense from Reverb. Trying to do what they can here to get maybe a midline clear. And actually, no, a pass rather. This will open up a mail slot. That is nearly in. That would have been a fantastic play coming in from Wave, but unfortunately, we'll have to wave goodbye to that opportunity. As Xavier waves over his teammate, but Dirty Dan couldn't quite get the grab. It'll bounce into the bubble now. Looks like Matthew is there along with Reverb. Will be Matthew taking the disc and setting that very wise clear towards the opposite lane. Again, as that does actually bounce very close. Oh man, nearly a goal. But those mid lanes always tough when you try and go for those midline clears. So oftentimes, actually, the best thing you can do is to clear at the opposite tunnel to where you are. Defenders in the midfield now, too good these days. They're really aware of covering those lanes that are nearest to the clearer. With that, though, it's a grab and maybe now a clear opportunity. Matthew trying to work it through, recognizing that lane, and see, again, some smart clears from Matthew. Even though it was the same lane and there was a defender in the area kind of hiding, Matthew cleared it off that wall, so basically put it the furthest away from where the defender likely was. So smart clears coming in from Matthew as Matthew takes the disc back here in the back line. Trying to hold their own the best they can. That's going to bounce right back towards them, though. Let's see if they can get the disc back. Tapping it out now. Will be a stun, but a clear still successful, and now actually receiving it was Blondie. Or Blonde, rather. Now will be, unfortunately, a defender in the goal, Cider there, so they're going to have to take care. And nope, being left in disrepair, Reverb from the stun. Very unfortunate that they don't have their fourth player here, because just based on what I'm seeing from Wave so far, I do feel like this would have been a super competitive match. I mean, it was indicative in the hype votes. It was indicative in the prediction poll votes. So I think definitely this could have been a super close round had it been on even playing field in terms of the numbers. But maybe it can change for round two. Who knows? Matthew there, attempting a Dusty, but instead getting left in the dust instead. And now a 3-point attempt down that mail slot, a little high. Rebounded, though, from Dirty Dan, and immediately on that slapper with a defense nearby. Great hit from Dirty Dan. 14-2, 1 minute remaining.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
See, base runner in there saying have to leave for a scrimmage when Joker and Kangarillas play. Oh, good luck on your scrim. Definitely going to be some great games tonight. I think in that what is it, 8 p.m. slot, Eastern time, there were a lot of matches. I might be exaggerating, but it felt like there were 20 that I scrolled on forever and ever. A lot of games going on for sure, but that's the case every single night here in VRML, of course, with all these 300 teams or so. As another stun and an anchoring off on a carousel move. It was Dirty Dan once again. That is quite the flashy way to end it for them in this round. First round, though, yeah, will be going the way of the Cosmic Ones. So we'll have a quick moment here. Gonna give a quick shout out, of course, to our awesome sponsors in HyperX. Of course, casting on a Quadcast S, which I quite love. And not just because we're sponsored, but it's actually really nice. Great quality, and I like the fact that I can tap to mute on the top of the mic there, even with my nose sometimes when my hands are on the controller. But, of course, Asterion Products also coming in, who we've seen in these streams from time to time throughout the season, supporting the streams, giving some gifted subs to the community. Glad to have them. VRware.net also returning here as a sponsor this season with some awesome merch and whatnot. For all your favorite players and teams, as well as some VRML branded merch. And, of course, ProTube VR and VR Cover, longtime sponsors returning here this season. Rebuff Reality, just the same, and Fix Gaming, who does provide the music that you hear in the pre-shows and the timeouts and whatnot. So glad to have all our sponsors here supporting, as well as our fantastic moderators in Wit, Dano, McFabulous, SirDimwi, Burnsy, Nada, Alacost, T. Wilfo, Punda, And our newer mods, as of the last couple of weeks, Captain Wigglepants, Arrow Knight, and Kaika Hagashi. Thanks to our governors as well, and Dak and Man Mama Birds, Gilligan, and Princess, and, well, round 2. We're about to start it off here.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So still looking like, unfortunately, the 3v4 situation. So uphill battle will continue, but that said, on the first joust, I mean, they will win it here for Wave, so credit for that. They might even have a score. Let's see. Walking it in, ducking it through. Oh, but up and under, and the recovery from Cider. Making some juice out of the offender, but that's going to be Xavier right through the midfield. That's going to bounce really close to a goal even. Rebounded here, looking like by Wines perhaps, but actually missing the hands of a few different players. Taken back by Wines. Has Dirty Dan below. Doesn't need him. Gets the goal just by that outer edge of the bubble. Threw it from 7 meters, so that will be that 2-point shot.
11, 10, 9,
But fantastic save on the other side from Cider, gotta say. That was a really good pick, because otherwise some clean moves coming in from Wave on that neutral joust basically to get them that first opportunity. Just couldn't finish, unfortunately, thanks to the defense. See, Shock in there saying just as much. Cider's their brick wall in training, blocking all the goals. Well, yeah, you definitely need some walls. Otherwise, how will you have a solid foundation as a team? That said, off the corner, bouncing off the pole. Another rebound for Xavier. Aggressive defense in the midline coming out from Blonde. And no, another defensive play this time, aggressively in the goal. Matthew. Gave Matthew those props in the first round for some of the very smart plays I was witnessing. Well, that one was just pure instinct. Great reaction time. Jaywalker also in the chat, rating with 20 now. Welcome to the Jaywalker crew and the Joker viewers here. Looking forward to that game real soon. Right off the cloud, or off the bounce, rather. Might have been good had it not been for Matthew. Another save. Yeah, I got Kangarillas versus Joker in about half an hour, or 40-some minutes from now. Wines here, delivering a pass, bouncing it, and almost finding a goal. Really tough angle, however. Rebound, tapping it. It's Wines. And that is correct, Rara. It is indeed Pally. Don't know about the dad part, but on occasion, maybe. Got the Pally dad jokes, that's about it. Maybe that's why people call me Pally dad. It makes all the more sense. I just missed the reference. In any case, yeah, it's me. So much for subtlety here on the cameras. We will be joined by Dimwi, NightFiree, and perhaps Glean a little bit later for some of those other matches, as lighting up a match is Dirty Dan doing the dirty work again. It's a full extension on the swing around dunk. They're up by 6.
10, 9, 8,
And what's up also to JJ Zell.
5, 4,
Welcome to the Twitch. Snipe in the chat asking who that Jaywalker guy is. Not sure, but they just walked and ran, in fact, down the street for their first, for the next couple of points off that immediate turnover. Like I said, down to numbers, number situation here. I mean, you're going to be very hard pressed to actually get your stacks fast enough on some of these jousts. That's the thing. It just makes it so tough. But off this joust, they will get at least a tap. But you saw they didn't have any time, right? I mean, immediate stun at the nets. Oh, what a grab, though, coming in from Blonde. Blonde now reverb with the handoff play. They're going to eye down that goal, but just leaving someone permanently in there, essentially, on this play now, as it will be an attempt, but grabbed right out of there with some contempt. It's Cider. There's the brick wall. And they do it again. That's going to be cleared deep into the other end. The goal would be exposed had a boost came down, but it will be Matthew there with some time and with a little bit of space just the same. Reverb, a soft handoff just beyond the reach, but was soft enough to maybe reach Matthew still yet. Now, less soft on the stuns. Some hard-nosed defense as they try and get that nub-nosed offense in, but let's see what they do. I mean, trying to put together these short-range passes, some of these ducks and such, they have to be basically perfect, and they almost are, but looks like Reverb got a little bit inverted. It kind of went into the goal sideways, and I want to say one of those cases where it probably wasn't intentional. A very disorienting release. I know I've done that at times, right, where if you have those sticks on, occasionally you accidentally spin when you didn't mean to spin, and then suddenly you're eyeing down the goal from a totally different direction than you may have wanted. That said, though, Cider, little side steps, Cider step even, as that's going to fly into the goal, or at least the goal area. So Reverb, the recovery. Bit high on that. Will be taken back by Xavier. Xavier to the side, nobody there. So recovered by Blonde. Now through tunnel, gonna get lost there for a second, but Xavier recovering. Xavier, the professor here, trying to power their teams up into maybe a double-digit lead off of this play if they can. Will be Wines from the bottom. And CP Wines to the boot. Back to Dirty Dan. All these players just moving constantly. You see they're not sticking in any area, but that said, sticking in the goal, it's Matthew. Again, another great grab. And a save into the other lane, and that is even near the blue goal itself, but Dirty Dan's there with the recovery thanks to the stack with Cider. Just very, very punishing, even despite some good defense being put through. With that lack of extra player, they can't find the speed to really get in position for these recoveries. Ding here coming in, so second attempt no good, but maybe the third time would be the charm. Let's see. Rebounded by Wines, and Xavier, meanwhile, in the midline, dealing a lot of brawls and stunning out a couple of those defenders, but a dive from Matthew, getting it again. Continuing to be pretty impressed with what Wave is doing as a team here, being down the numbers. Because their defense and some of their steals in the midfield have been really stellar. But that said, you can only go to the defense so many times before it's bound to concede a goal to Wines. This time they will go up by 10 with a little under 4 minutes left in the second round here.
7, 6, 5, 4,
And yeah, Matt Miko kind of reiterating what I was saying exactly. I really, really wish this could have been a 4v4, because this could have easily been one of those 3-round series that were close the entire way. Because definitely being down any numbers in Echo is kind of one of the most punishing things. It's so tough. So the fact that this hasn't been a blowout across these 17 minutes of play in the 2 rounds so far, it speaks volumes. Speaks volumes to what Wave is very likely capable of when they're at full force. With that, taking the disc, and will not miss Xavier through the defense of Matthew, and they're up by 12 points. Starting to wind this one down. Good morning, Callan. That's correct, Rara. Don't question it. It's always morning for Callan, rest assured. Which also, I think, in context and in hindsight, might explain the whole milk thing. If it's always morning, maybe you're always having some milk. But either way, will be the last couple minutes now, and actually one player dropping out, whether a crash or otherwise. This one now kind of getting out of hand, unfortunately, for Wave. Of course, rules-wise, might not matter too much, but do have to have the full players in here. So this game is about to conclude, and yeah, just off kilter. Unfortunately for Wave, I feel quite bad for them, honestly, because not how you wanted, how you wanted the first stream, and first stream of the night, but also first stream for their team here in their first couple weeks of action. Not how you wanted to pan out. I'm certainly not what they were picturing when they got into this, and not what I was picturing either. But that said, Dirty Dan will slam it in. And as a reminder on that note, so one of the reasons we did take this match as well, because it did have about 16 hype votes, so quite a bit. And as I mentioned with so many teams this season, we do definitely pay attention to those hype votes. They're not the guarantee, but with so many matches and so many streams, they're a good indication, on the interest not only from the viewers, but also the interest from the teams. So if we see matches, for instance, on schedule that have less than 8 hype votes, that would suggest to the casters that not even all 8 participants necessarily want to be streamed or care too much either way. So we do pay attention to those kind of things. If there's matches that have 8 or more than 8 hype votes, that's a really good indication and reason for us to take them over other matches that might have less. But the match will end, unfortunately, there, and just a completely outnumbered situation. Still a valiant effort from Wave most of the way through. But with that, we're going to go into a quick intermission here because we do have another match coming up right quick, which is Phoenix versus Glizzy Gobblers in the Diamond Division. So we'll just leave you to an intermission here in a hot second, and we'll be right back with your next match. All right, hello everybody. Welcome back to VR Master League, Channel 1. We've got a diamond match here for you guys in Phoenix versus Glizzy Gobblers. Glad you're joining. With that said, and the refund points people are asking for the polls, I did. So you might need to refresh if you didn't get it back. But yeah, I did refund the last prediction polls for you guys because I know it was a little bit of a unexpected 3v4 there. But with that, what's up, Dimwi? See Dimwi in the chat, who'll be joining us later. And what's up to NightFiree, who's joining us now on this co-cast between these two teams?
I'm good. I'm happy to be dropping in for some Friday night Echo Arena action. It's always fun to be tuning in on these sort of bunches of games on VRML 1. And I'm really looking forward to our matchup we got coming up today.
Yeah, me as well. And Snipe Dash, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to miss your shout out. I got you now. Is there anything in particular you wanted to shout out? Just let me know. But of course, glad to have you guys here. 70 plus of you already. Great to see as these teams do ready. And again, so much for subtlety here on the cameras for us tonight. And we are ready to rock and roll. So NightFiree, here we go.
The joust out the gate. You love to see the quick speed. The clear doesn't come quite in out the initial start, but it is going to be Glizzy Gobblers with that disc advantage as they push themselves into the zone. It bounces around, almost a bit of a cross bounce there, but doesn't get snagged. Back pass, and it does look like Glizzy are doing a good job of commanding the disc as they try and attack this zone, but the defense of Phoenix is here to say this isn't going to be that easy. They're doing well to hover inside this bubble. They're not opening up a lot of gaps. As I say that, Champion finds one. Nice pass from Neat.
Yeah, those are some quick passes there, like a missile, in fact, and didn't miss the goal. More importantly, so as first goal, yeah, going the way here. And Glizzy Gobblers, or not Glizzy Gobblers. I'm still in the last match. Sorry. Yeah, Glizzy Gobblers versus Phoenix coming in, and both again in Diamond Division here. And a turnover. So a steal, mail slot maybe. Oh, that is a great shot. Champion VR. Not the first time I've seen a shot like that from Champion. Definitely always true to this his name.
And out the gate, 5 points from Champion. Yeah, I was looking back at that replay. Really, like you said, that pass was very on point. The backboard pass, a classic move that you love to see at this sort of level, executed to that degree. It gets you 2 points almost every time. And now they're going to try and weather a bit of offense from Phoenix. They're going to apply a little bit of pressure out in the middle, but Phoenix do manage to get out of their offensive joust. The pass that goes wide doesn't get snagged, goes just over the head of Draco. There's the cross pass from Jason, the sniper. Man, that was you talk about good passes. That was another fast one inside the bubble.
Yeah, absolutely. Wasted no time. Only 20 seconds off the clock, so bringing it within 3 here off that first goal for Phoenix. And this was, by the by, as well, a casted match redemption, so we got a few of those here throughout this week. And of course, for those who aren't aware yet, those channel point rewards there you can get from just watching VRML on Channel 1 each and every day, every night. You can get guaranteed matches casted just by watching and redeeming those rewards. So got reasons upon reasons to be here, not to mention the fact that this is bound to be a good high-level match.
Yeah, and you saw Phoenix there really stalling it up in the back of their zone, getting ready for a bit of a stack and clear push that you did see there at the tail end. The disc floated around and the stack flew past, but they have managed to get the disc at least to float around inside this midfield for a good while. It's not necessarily in their bubble, which has been the issue. Glizzy Gobblers, though, do have dispossession. This is going to be an open 3 that dings off the bottom of the goal. The stack's now here back to defend. And he's going to be attacking under the full force of the defense, but Neat lingering in the bottom of the zone gets a very nice pass from Champion, and it's like the defense forgot he was down there. He just almost sort of stealthed his way to the backboard there, and that pass netting him 2.
Yeah, stealth is right. Kind of absconded towards that back and just found the angles. I mean, they would have loved to have the 3-point shot that ding, but the important thing is anything else is when mistakes happen or when misses happen, which will happen all the time, you just make up for it anyways. You don't ever give up on the play.
A little bit of a trench pass that turned into a trench shot. Does get snagged by the goalie on hand, and maybe a scramble here for Phoenix to get disc control. It's been Glizzy Gobblers doing a really good job of commanding at least the disc to be on the side of Phoenix. Phoenix have not had an easy job of getting this disc into the zone of Glizzy Gobblers, and even when they do, the stack of Glizzy is pretty fast, so they managed to get down there in time. And there's a great steal, a good pass to the center, a shot from the mail slot, but not quite as far. Does net 3, and Glizzy are piling onto their lead now. 8 points, 10-2.
Hey, for those mail slots, near, far, wherever you are, Champion has the heart of one, and his heart will go on. That's right, I just made a Celine reference. Anyway.
Oh, jeez. You'll love to see it, but yeah, that's, I don't know if that's, look at the score line here. Yeah, it's 8 points for Champion so far in this round. He's been doing great to deliver. Bit of a pass floating there. Does bounce nicely off the geode into the hands of Sniper, who then passes it back as Bacon tosses it down to Jason. Here's the attack from Phoenix. Finally, they managed to set up nicely inside the zone. The defense throwing some stuns out, but the back pass well-timed, and a brawl in the midfield here outside the zone. Finally, Jason gets some control in the bottom half and fires it in for 2.
Wow, those were some hyper-aggressive brawls coming in from the blue team here in a Glizzy, but couldn't unfortunately turn it into a clear and offense because there was a lot of really close clusters. So you kind of got to give credit to Phoenix, able to somehow get those discs and those passes to the right place despite all that aggression that they were dealing with at the time. As an aggressive defensive stack here has really bothered some in the tunnel, but they'll still get a clear finally that will bounce towards that backboard.
They are prepared though. Vacant's there sitting at that back end, snags disc and doesn't go for the full clear. Waits for his team to get into position and then they're going to pass their way up because that's what's worked so far for Phoenix to attack inside this zone. And here's again a good setup for Phoenix, a good pass to the outside of the bubble, and we'll see if they can attack from the bottom half again. The cross pass, a great pass to Breezebo. Lands him another 2.
All right, there we go. So now brings it back within just 4 points. Still 4 minutes left, making a game out of this one off some back-to-back goals. Jason assisting Breezebo nicely. Nothing complex about that one. Just pure fundamentals, right? Crossing it over to a shoulder diver. And boom, headshot or shoulder shot as the case may be.
Yeah, a really solid attack. You know, a standard attack that you love to see executed like that well. There's a good pass to the center. Was that a little fancy handwork? I gotta look back. Yes, it was. A little hand transfer there as he attacks to throw off the goalie. Draco finding 2.
Man, gotta hand it to him. The Draco waving the wand like Draco Malfoy, in fact. And hey, it's a 6-point lead right back now for Glizzy.
That was great. He switched the hands up and then takes the fake shot with the disc with the hand he was just holding the disc with, and then takes the shot with the right hand. I mean, a good little attack strategy. Here's a nice attack strategy. The stack.
Shout out Sputnik Cobra. Breezebo with it.
Wow.
And back within 3. Bo. 3 minutes left. 2 go.
Jeez, that was a fantastic offensive or defensive push, excuse me, to get right up into the face of Glizzy. Maybe a little bit of yeah, there it is again. The stack attack that goes just a bit above the board there is here. There's 2 more in the midfield that are going to disrupt. The stack's back in time to snag the disc, but a great intercept from Draco does allow for his team, Glizzy, to set up inside the midfield. And they've done a great job of attacking, so we'll see if Phoenix can get back and set up their defense in time.
All right, nice pass. But unfortunately, no finish, so let's see a grab right back for Sniper. Sniper, though, has it intercepted by Mr. Christian. Christian trying to weave that pass, but again, midfield clusters, and will be sent out of there by Sniper, who checks behind as the stacks fly by. A chance to bring it within 1. Oh, but just mishandling. Now the time is not on the side. That could have been their window to maybe get it within 1 or even tie had they gotten there and not overshot like they did.
Is this the mail slot shot? Just a bit
yes!
It's gonna bounce in. It does! Off the corner slot. Draco pushing up the lead with 2 minutes left. I mean, Pally.
Door. Right through it, in fact. The back door. Draco making magic again happen. Looking good. What a hit. I mean, intentional or not, the thing is, I kind of had the angle on it. I thought, well, that bounce is good. Anytime it hits those corners, as players do aim for at times, you can definitely make those goals. I see it almost daily, if not every other day, those corner shots these days. So, yeah, really well aware of where to put it, as Neat trying to put it down the floor. No one in the area, but maybe just trying for that boost.
Round 1 of this series certainly delivering. If you are just tuning in, we got 1:20 left. Glizzy looking to pile onto their lead as they attack. The pass goes a bit wide and gets punished. Instantly scooped up by Phoenix and cleared down into the midfield. The stack of Phoenix has been quick today and is there to get that disc, but not all the way, as this is potential another shot on goal. Is it going to bounce in? No! Dings off the top. Another long-range shot. Goes just a bit wide this time. Doesn't find 3 for Glizzy, but this Glizzy team not letting up. The double stack attack. Can't find the shot to the bottom half, and Sniper going to try and clear this one out.
And Breezebo now with the disc, sending it, well, getting sent actually over to Jason, just inadvertently thanks to the sun. They're going to look for their stacks right back, but Mr. Christian is in the midfield as they pass to Draco. Draco to Neat. Neat eyeing down, and maybe, no, a little bit of a mess, unfortunately, but they will get the disc back. And the first round looking like indeed it's going to be to Glizzy as one more steal from Bacon gets sent to midfield.
Yeah, Phoenix are not letting up even in this last 15 seconds. They want to try and get another point on the board just for momentum's sake to really kind of close the gap here in this round 1 and be going into round 2 with a little bit more confidence. But they seem to have played a lot faster here in this later half of this round. I think that going into round 2, Glizzy really got to be sharp here. They got to really be playing on point because I feel like Phoenix started to warm up there in those last 5 minutes.
Even warmer than they was that a intentional self goal? Because on one hand, you say toxic. On the other hand, that also affects your MMR, Earth to champion. But nonetheless, they bring it within a 3-point game, so that Phoenix is going to be glad to take it either way because that helps them out in any case. Glizzy though, a successful first round, and with that. Yeah, going to Glizzy we'll see how that affects the second round coming out as well, because we always mention how important the mental reset is between rounds, and ending the round like that can do a variety of things mentally, good or bad. I'm kind of curious though to see if Phoenix can come back in that next round, because it was close for the majority of that one. I think it was the 2-minute mark we mentioned where there was that clear and then the boost where they just couldn't wrangle the disc and they had like several seconds. That was a chance to bring it, again, within 1 point or even tie it up if they got the 3. And they didn't get it. It turned into a shot on the other end to advance the lead for Glizzy even more. And because of that, I think that's kind of where it turned around and determined the results of that round.
Yeah, it's like you said, an odd way to go out, but we'll see how it affects them at all, if at all, going into round 2 as we enter the joust. And they came out the gate hot. Glizzy really did a good job of getting a good lead early in that round 1. We'll see if they can do the same here in round 2. And like I said, Phoenix, I think you're going to rise from the ashes here off of that loss in round 1 and be a little bit more of a threat going into this round 2. We'll see, though, as we do get a bit of battle for dispossession in the midfield.
Yeah, Breeze with the disc being stunned in a quick succession there by Champion. Champion, a pass lined up and a shot lined and knocked down. Open and exposed was that goal. It's neat, cleaning it up.
They tried to do a little fancy floor work there. Tried to juke out and dodge the stun. Couldn't quite get it. Disc gets snagged out, and the defense just doesn't seem ready for that. You know, it has been a bit of an issue for this defense of Phoenix. The stacks have left some open goals, some long-range snipes, if you will, that have come in from Glizzy, but we'll see if they've adjusted. It seemed like they were making the adjustment in the later half of that round 1. Like I said, I feel like they were warmed up there, but we'll see if that's the case as they do manage to get it out of their bubble at the very least for now.
Yeah, they got down by a little bit early, but then they came back and they've showed that potential. This is why, again, both these teams are here in this diamond tier and right below the reach. Maybe above because the player wasn't inverted, but either or, it's going to be Sniper with a slap out before the stuns. More stuns, though, being had in the back lane. This is going to enable a lot of time for Draco to recover, but that is a credit to Mr. Christian, who now receives the disc for brawling out those orange stacks.
Yeah, and that may be the element that's sort of slowing down this Phoenix team from being able to adjust and get on defense in time. The backboard shot from Draco dodges the dive from the goalie there. Very good read to get to. But that's certainly probably, that seems to be what's slowing up this Phoenix offense and defense, really, just the stuns that are happening in the midfield.
And see, Twitch chat right there, they're excited as well because they know that next up, we've got Kangarillas versus Jokers coming at the top of the hour after this match is concluded. So yeah, a lot of veterans, you can even call them old heads, but they're still at the top of their game in the upper master tier, back-to-back champions. For Joker, the last world champions, and Kangos, you know it's going to be a absolute thrilling match, as always.
A really nice save there, snagged by the likes of, I believe it was Mr. Christian, doing a good job of holding down that goal, making it tough for Phoenix to even score if they get that opportunity to work inside the bubble. The disc again getting cleared out in the midfield as the stuns do go in the favor of Phoenix, but the instant re-clear, and a good one at that, does get the disc into the zone again of Phoenix. And Glizzy have just been keeping it down here for the most of this series. It's been very rare to see Phoenix attacking that Glizzy zone.
And attacking again here, though, is Glizzy, and 16 off of a nice couple of passes. You can call them paradigms, because there were 2 of them. But that said, Glizzy with a 7-point advantage.
If you could score a 10-pointer and you could score 2 of them, then we could say it's a pair of dimes.
I already said it was a pair of dimes. Too late. We'll be taken here by Sniper. And back to the Rad logo, right back here to Draco. And it seems like they're just having trouble, really, for Phoenix now to kind of get out of these jousts cleanly. I mean, you can see 4 players all within about 10 feet of each other there, and that kind of spacing is not going to be too conducive to getting offense going. But that said, off of this cluster, they will actually find a great pass to Vacant, but Vacant can't, as it will be saved or stolen rather by Champion.
Champion just doing a great job in this series overall. Scored a ton of points, getting some great steals. Full clear coming in here, allowing for Glizzy to again go on the offensive. But Phoenix manages to get down in time. No stuns on their back end. And they are here to defend. And when Phoenix has been there to defend, they've done a good job of holding off the Glizzy attack, as we see here again. Another full clear. This seems like maybe an attempted bounce shot off the bottom of the floor, but doesn't quite go in the ideal direction. And it's going to be Phoenix trying to get the disc again inside Glizzy's zone this time.
And way deep from that bottom slot, a tough angle to hit anything from, so it will bounce powerfully back to the trap, where it's taken by Sniper. Sniper right through the midfielder, Vacant there. Vacant still collects it eventually. Vacant getting stunned, and Draco taking it back before the clear, but they do not actually get some chains together. Might not matter since it gets lost here in the trap.
Still, again, Glizzy attacking here. The great pass work inside the zone has netted them some excellent goals in this series so far. They were trying to show it off there again, but they did have a pass go wide. This is an attempted 3-shot that does go just a bit off of the corner of the backboard. Doesn't quite get that right bounce. And sometimes we see those long 3-pointers that go off the corners or go off the backboard and think, oh, that looked easy, but those are tough shots to make. Not easy shots to sink consistently. It's just some of these players have gotten so good at making them. As I say that, is this one of them?
Yep, sure is. It's neat. And that is not easy street. That is a lot of bounces, but that is the right results.
Yeah. I mean, that definitely wasn't an accident. That shot was intentional up at the top of that zone. He knew that if he hits that spot, has a chance of going if there's an open goal. And 10-point lead again. Phoenix coming out here with a commanding lead early. Glizzy coming out with a commanding lead early. We'll see if Phoenix can bounce back. They kept it close in round 1. We'll see if they can. They have like 4 minutes left. Is a lot of time to work with.
It is. It definitely is. But they're going to need to make one of those runs that we saw in that first round thus far, as it goes right back again here to Glizzy. No score, however, so if they can pick up the speed, I mean, there you go. There's a clear. They immediately link up for the chain, which is what they needed to do. So again, not wasting time, but neither apparently was Glizzy, because they got back there even faster just about, as it will be taken here. Neat right down on another bounce attempt that will just hit the shield.
Jeez, either way, a good clear down into the zone of Phoenix, and buying lots of time. All of this time ticking away is time lost for Phoenix to try and come back from a 10-point deficit right now. If Glizzy can pile onto that, that's going to just be added bonus points. As I say that, Vacant's going to bounce off the backboard and move that disc in for 2.
And they're up by a dozen, and with 3 minutes left, getting into that area. I mean, 1 minute expended in that last joust, basically, and that's not exactly what Phoenix cannot afford to do, because, yeah, they need to score. They need to score fast, and otherwise, off these jousts, like once again gets kind of stuck in the midfield thanks to that aggression. It's just not really able to get in the rhythm for them. Another one nearly.
Yeah, and I think, again, another intentional long-range midfield shot there that also does work, again, as a clear. The offense inside the zone of Phoenix, but the full clear from Phoenix. The stack is here in time, and that's a really nice shot from Breeze. A tough angle, and sinks it in for 3.
And you saw how fast Breeze threw it, because they knew the stacks were impending. So
Yep.
had that left the hands even just a quarter of a second later, that would have been a pickoff, no doubt. So great hit from Breezebo, and Phoenix getting their first few points, but it did take them 8 minutes of action in the second round. So not exactly still likely for a comeback, but man, they are trying hard. Oh, but missing both those players will be recovered and maybe punished here as, again, some fumbling of that disc, but a nice save, Sniper.
And I don't know if you saw that. They were trying to do that backwards stack out of the gate there. So, this Phoenix team trying everything that they can do to get themselves a bit of an advantage or an edge to get out that gate early, but it hasn't worked. Glizzy attacking, but the defense of Phoenix is on point. It's doing great to prevent this lead from stacking up, but is it enough? They need to score points themselves.
Sniper with 2 great saves back to back in the last 30-45 seconds. But there is the opportunity closing once more as it will be intercepted, but only a minute left. They're down by 9 points. And as that haphazardly goes off the side, will be taken back by Champion. Looking for that midfield bouncer that does meet 3 different players for Glizzy with a mail slot as well. But awkward bounce and out to the boost with an open goal still yet, potentially.
Yeah, and this is looking like Glizzy locking this one in. The 2 points is the nail in the coffin, Palidore. 45 seconds left, probably only about 30 of game time. Is just not going to be enough for Phoenix to be able to come back from this. But I don't. It was a close series, a fun series to watch. I felt like when this league started to get past 6 or 7, Phoenix just weren't able to get those key answer backs. They managed to get a few in round 1, but here in round 2, they just haven't found the threes consistently that they need. Breeze had a great shot in the bottom of the zone to put him on the board, but 1-3 isn't going to be enough to answer back for this kind of a lead. And on the hand of Glizzy, they had a great game. Their passing was on point. Their shots from long range were on point. Their defense was great. They had some fantastic saves. It's tough to, sometimes the other team just outperforms.
Yeah, when it comes to these strategic and meta differences of sorts between teams, you can either be maybe a better passing team or it can be a faster team, but you have to be at least one of them. And I feel like, at least for this particular match, Glizzy was kind of on top of both. They were a little bit faster on those stacks, and they were a bit cleaner on the passes. And so if, for Phoenix not able to get either of those, to the point where they wanted it to, that's kind of what doomed them from otherwise. Still, like you mentioned, competitive first round and some nice defense in there. We saw those saves from Sniper towards the last couple minutes.
Yeah, really good.
They had some good moves when it came to the disc control, for the speed or the passing. Was not quite able to match Glizzy here tonight, but both teams played very well, both here in the, again, Diamond Division. So we'll be seeing, no doubt, a lot of them, both these teams again quite soon.
Yeah, that Phoenix defense was great. To your point, when they were there, it was great. It's just sometimes their stacks were too slow, like you said. So yeah, a fun match to tune into, and what you expect out of a Diamond matchup.
Yes, indeed. And with that, well, next up we got a Master matchup. So ladies and gentlemen, we're about to start next with Kangarillas versus Joker. Don't go anywhere. That's coming up after this brief intermission.
have been looking for this championship, I think you could say years. They have been hunting this down. They've gotten so close. How many times? They got knocked out in the semifinals in ESL 3. They got knocked out in the finals in a 2 back-to-back best-of-5 series against Illuminati in the preseason. And now they unlock that next level that nobody else has been able to get to yet. And they come out and they dominate the season.
He just got past me, he got it. Turned around as the clock was winding down, he nailed it for 3. And as he released that shot, as it was sailing in, that was kind of when they started. And it took a while, it took a few seasons, it took time. It just that exact right mixture of chemistry, of accuracy, of just devastation on offense, on defense. And that's why, despite anything else, you gotta love stories like that, where they don't start at the top. They didn't. They didn't. But they started with some promise. They built upon that to reach the top of the mountain.
Ladies and gentlemen, Joker has just won the championship.
Team Joker, after years, after seasons, all of this time building up to this moment, they are the champions of VR Master League.
They beat their rivals. The first time they play them in the postseason was yesterday, and then they just beat the rivals in the final series in this best-of-5 without resetting the bracket.
Team Joker, after their 2-year rise to prominence, once the Joker and now the King, your Echo Arena champions of North America here in Season 1 of VRML. Oh my God, that was sick. It's insane. There's sex broke, right? Sniper shot for 3! Let's get it, boys. We're down, but we're not out. I have so much hype running through my veins right now, you don't even understand. No one's close to us. No one's even close. I have an idea. I have a plan.
I'm about to change its evolution. Wait to shake the ground, you feel it moving with the revolution.
So Joker in Season 1. There's going to be a good game.
Well, hello everybody! Welcome to VR Master League, back to Channel 1. Guess what? We've got one heck of a game for you, but you already know that, because look at all of you are already here. We've got Kangarillas, we've got Joker, we've got Palidore, Subtlety, Dimwi, and we've got NightFiree. We've got all the fire, and Dimwi, tell me about it.
Well, you know, at the end of the last game, you said we had another game coming. That was a lie. This is not a game. This is a rivalry, okay? Yeah, I'm being pedantic and being incorrectly pedantic because we call that effect in show business, all right? And for effect, because this is the rivalry. The rivalry. Kangarillas versus Joker. They haven't played in almost a month. They're not going to play again for another month or 2. We don't know yet. Can't tell the future, but man, oh man, oh man. Palidore, are you prepared?
You're asking me?
Are you
Now,
prepared?
SirDimwi, for how many
It's a
seasons
yes
have
or no,
I...
sir. It's a yes or I will reclaim my time.
Oh, I'm sorry. You can give a long answer and I can't. These are two teams who I cite. They retired me, Dimwi.
Sir,
I know they're skilled. I know they bring the thrills. I know they are bringing all. Oh, you're so lucky I don't have the mute button this time, Dimwi. So we're going to the first round.
Mr. Speaker, I reclaim my time.
Going to the first round, Dimwi.
We will have order. And no, we won't, as this game is kicking off. You got Kangarillas on the left and Orange Zenith, Sealable Bag, Match, Trubisky, and Joker there on the right. Game, Jaywalker, Ryan, and Kong. And Kong bringing it in, and that's 8 seconds. Joker is on the board just like that.
All right, first goal on it. 125 viewers in here, and I think, as Dimmy was saying, justified, but I think it can go even higher. 200 perhaps, and we'll get the audio for you here in just a second. Apologies for that. We're going back to the round.
Yeah, if you're talking about 137 people, there are almost 4,000 people in that Discord server. If your friends are not here, they are wrong. They are wrong. This is the game. Kong there with that one. If anyone's going to take a game on Joker, it's Kangarillas. You need to be watching this game. Jaywalker bringing this one in, getting stopped there by Zenith, but all game able to handle that one, setting up Ryan right in front of the goal. Goalie is dead to rights in that situation, and Joker's going to go up by 4 here a minute in.
All right, 4 points on the board now, and Ryan assisted by Game. The thing is, they've opened a lot of these rounds up we've seen in recent weeks. They've got the speed, they've got the fantastic passing. I think, for that matter, Joker's passing is among the fastest in the league these days when they get it going, and still able to connect with accuracy. That's the impressive part.
And now this one all the way down into the Joker bubble will turn right over there for Kong. And so a misplay there from Kangarillas is quite out of character, I would say, as you might even say, because you're talking about two very different styles of gameplay between these two teams, and that pass, works out there. Ryan going to send it right back, but the Jaywalker was stunned out there. Game's going to pick it up. It's stolen there by Zenith. Zenith now looking to clear this one out. Takes an ugly bounce there. It's going to turn right back over. Game with it now, looking to send it in. Under pressure, does get it there to Jaywalker. Did not have a landing. Going to send it across to Ryan, and Ryan going to back this one out, slow it down here for Joker.
And then there it is, the fast, they got the slow, and now they've got maybe a goal. They've got everyone converging at once. There's 3 players in there. Anyone could have gotten it, but they won't. It's a ding instead, so that's going to sail out. But look, making up for it with the speed as Kango's pressure here. And that back line by that trap. Another attempt at the goal, but look at how fast they got back with those stacks. No. And right back into the goal. But another miss, another rebound. They're up by 6.
You know, that stack, I was hoping to see that stack from Kang because I haven't seen it yet in this game. And it's something they have deployed in the last handful of weeks. Their stack has gotten really aggressive, and I see it setting up in a lower tunnel there. That stack has been really fast, really aggressive, and really effective over the last several weeks. And so I was waiting to see it. They deployed it there, but unfortunately it went right back in the hands of Jaywalker. And Joker is now 6 points up here, less than 3 minutes in. And they get it right back again. Ryan going to dump this one in. I see a stack, a couple leeches. It's still loose, picked up by Zenith, and he is able to clear it back out. But right there in the hands of Ryan, who jumps for that one in the tube. Now looking to send that one up. Good read there by Zenith, but he's going to get stunned up by Game. Disc is loose. Game gets it back and set it up there for Kong. Kong sending it across to Ryan, and he's going to plant it for the 2. They're up by 8.
And Kango's getting a little bit blitzed there in the midline as well after that intercept and really couldn't get back in time. So that opened up the avenues and up by the 8 points here. But Kangarillas, they can still play just as speedy. If nothing else, you talk about the speed, the stack speed, and Kangos have been just as well one of the fastest teams for that matter, not just this season, but I'm even talking back in 2017 that was the case. And with that here, maybe some chance at offense, but a little misgrab there. Sealable couldn't quite get that, so a clear down mid lane will bounce to Game.
In Game now, you thought about taking that shot, but that was a good setup there. It's either Zenith or Strem. Probably, actually, I believe it is Strem who was covering that lane. So Game knew better not to try to take that shot. And Kong trying to pull the ender there, but Sealable able to get that stun nonetheless. And then a good tap there from, I believe that was Ryan, back to Kong and then up to Game. Game going behind the goal there to Jaywalker, who's just going to pocket that one right at the bottom, slams it in. And they have a 10-point lead here, not even halfway through the first round.
And that is not, obviously, the start that Kangarillas wanted, but at the same time, talk about history and talk about the long history of these teams. Well, Kangarillas, maybe they just need a few minutes to get it going. This is a team who's shown time and time again to be one of the sturdiest when it comes to those mental games and when it comes to being able to just maintain, if nothing else, rebound after a few things don't go their way. So they're still not necessarily in trouble at all with plenty of time, 5 minutes in fact, and maybe their first score off their pass. There it goes, the Mad.
Beautiful setup there. You can see that was the first time I saw Strem walking the disc up. He had room, and I hadn't him a whole lot. He's been playing pretty far back in this one, mainly because Joker keeps recovering that disc, and once Kangarillas moves through mid, but there Shrem, they have the opportunity. Shrem activates in the offensive zone. They come in on that bubble, and that was a beautiful setup play to get that 2 on the board. That's what Kangarillas needed. But Joker in possession here, so they do not make mistakes often. It's really hard. That's one of the big things in Master Tier is getting that lead. Requires you to punish mistakes. But if the team you're playing against doesn't make mistakes, you never have the opportunity, and Joker is back up by 10.
Like a Greg at the chat there saying Joker's weakness is college. Well, indeed, this is a very young team, and they've been growing into one of the most dominant teams in the league. It's been a joy, if not an occasional pain, being on the receiving end of some of those games, but it's been a joy to watch the growth of Joker, and they are definitely one of the most well-educated teams, college aside even. That's gonna fly off the side and rebounded by Ryan.
Ryan now looking to set up game, doing some jukes. No, he's gonna bring it in himself. What? Come on.
Got the bunnies.
I mean, look, you can, someone will go, oh, that's Steez, he's being steezy. He's freezing the goal. There's 2 goalies in the goal there. He froze them both out doing that. I mean, he froze them both. He had one in front, kind of, who I didn't catch who it was, but inching forward, and then the one in goal waiting for the shot, and it froze. Oh no, game. He turns that one over. Ryan's here to pick this one up near side wall, juking away there from Zenith, setting up game. Good stop there by Shrem, and good coverage by Zenith to send it out. Matt's gonna slap it out, but Kung is right there, goes right back in the hands. Strembitsky picking that one up, looking to send it through the tube. They pick it up there. Matt setting it in, gonna get the flap. No, it's gonna careen around far side. Shrem trying to track it down now, but Kang will regain possession here in the offensive zone. Shrem setting that one up to Matt. Good read there by Jaywalker. They're turning it right back around.
And some stuns there from both teams will be still a loose Kangaroo stack able to get there first. And Mad sending it midfield, kind of a risky one there. Did eye the teammates, so might have been a pass attempt, but nonetheless, it's going to careen back to Mad's hands, it looks like. But the stack once more in the area. There's 3 players, now even more meeting each other on the floor before they nail that to Strembitsky. Strembitsky trying to mail it.
Cool.
Might have even been a corner cloud attempt, but I think the block just getting a little in the way before a turnover goes back into the bubble.
This one all the way in, being tracked down there by Gabe. He very quickly shoots away, and there it is, Dr. Pocket bringing it in. Top corner pocket there. They're up by 14, just like that. Joker's too strong. Joker's too strong, but as has been pointed out in the chat, Kangarillas, as Pally, you have said it in the past, according to the reverse sweep kings are Kangarillas. And one thing I've noticed that they do, we kind of saw it at the macro level with like preseason into season 1. You see it kind of in a micro level, game to game, where it's like that first round is where they have to see. Oh, Ryan with a beautiful shot there off the backboard, good for the 3. But they have to see where the weak spots are, and then during that first intermission, they'll talk about patching those up, and you'll see an entirely different second round.
Yeah, this is a team. Look, I want to put it into context for Twitch chat as well, talking about just how impressive these teams have been and how competitive the matches are. When it comes to Joker, people talk about their dominance here. There's only been in the entire last year plus now, since the start of season 1, back on February 1st or 4th of last year. Only 3 teams have even beaten in regular season play, that is, in weeklies, have even beaten Joker in rounds, and Kangaroos are one of them. Synapse is another. Spaghetti is the 3rd, but Joker is not a team who loses too often, as a little dubstep goes right back to the cloud, and that's maybe a crash out coming in for Zenith, it looks like. Very unfortunate timing here. But they do have the round break coming up, so it will be still okay in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, Zenith is back, so he's not a full dropout. Just some curious activity going on there. Long shot! Oh, it's going to hit the post and bounce out of the bubble. Now picked up by Strem. Strem looking to send it in. Does send it in. Looking to get it to Zenith there. Zenith is able to stun out one with the shield, but that shot's going to go quite wide and now out in the hands of Matt there. Less than 30 seconds to go here in this first round. Round 1 clearly in the hands of Joker as Kang setting up a goal. They do get that one in. Now, I do have a question, though. I'm curious, and that might be, we might have only 3 or 4 seconds. Once we come out of the tubes here, waiting to see those clocks there, 11, 10, yeah, just like about 3.5 seconds. But I'm curious because, Kang in recent weeks has pulled out that chain and has been so aggressive and so effective with it. And I only saw it that one time. They haven't been really active with that chain, and I'm curious as to why. If that's a conscious decision, is that a reactionary thing? I'm very curious as to why, but I'm also curious what NightFiree might have to say about what's going on right now.
It's a lot of hype on my end. I'll tell you that right now. Listening to you guys talk is a treat. Excuse me. It's just it's this matchup is so incredible to watch. That first goal scored right out the gate in those first 9 seconds, and that's just Joker establishing their presence. It's some they want to instantly score that point so they can instantly start applying the lead and the pressure and forcing the team like Kangarillas to play on the back foot. The second goal comes in with some great juking, pulling the goalie and the defense out from their goal to then toss the cross pass, and we would see that play executed several more times throughout the rest of this series. This juking on the in front of the goal to pull out the defense and then cross pass up for that open two is something that Joker implemented several times. And it wasn't until 10 points had been locked in before we saw Kang finally come online. But when they did, it was a fantastic little play. I mean, Strem walking into the corner with the disc, then no look, back pass it back to the corner, to a teammate he knows is there to throw off the goalie. I mean, this is what Kang's bringing when they attack. They know they have to fully juke out Joker, and it's just going to be a matter of can they hang on? Can they prevent the attack from this Joker offense that has been looking so clean? No mistakes allowed as we get into this next round.
Shout out as well, Yellowman and NightFiree for not only the sidelines, but the Prime subscriptions, as it will be taken out by Strembitsky, just what the doctor ordered, the perfect prescription. But Kong right back and trying to find maybe one pass. Nope, doesn't need it, the anchor instead. 7 meters, a 2.
And watching this one back, yeah, Strem, it looked like he believed he was under pressure. Although the pest player in that situation was pretty far off as well as covered on the floor there. So maybe that shield not entirely necessary, and that's what gives that shot time and room to get in there from Ryan. Reliable Ryan doing reliable Ryan things. Oh no, that turnover! That is punishing there, and that's not just on the scoreboard, but also the mental game. That to happen that quick. We're not even a minute in yet.
Yeah, I feel like, granted, Joker does that to an awful lot of teams a lot of the time, but for Kangarillas especially, kind of uncharacteristic that is to see these less forced errors, because usually the execution is very on point for them, but at the moment, there's another one being turned over to Ryan, and another goal conceded to Ryan.
Just a ridiculous shot there from Ryan, but that's what they do. You cannot give Joker the disc in your zone. You can't. If they have a lane, I was talking to Strem about this the other day in the Challenger Cup, that Kang is a team that takes that one more pass. They do one more pass to trip up the goalie to get, to increase the chances of a shot going in. And even if they have a lane, they know that lane's only there for a moment. They're not going to take that shot. They're gonna send off a pass to somebody to try to to be strategic about it. Whereas Joker, if they see a lane, if it's a 1/10 of a second, they're taking the shot because they know they're going to hit it, because they always do. You cannot turn that disc over to them in your own zone there if that goal is not covered. And Kangarillas does get possession back here, but already down by 8, 2 minutes in. Sealable sending that one right back to Strem. Strem was stunned out. Good little give and go there. But this Joker defense, they're playing incredibly aggressive right now, but it's also they're playing confidently because they know that long shot there, another one, Kong was right in position. Kind of an ambitious shot given that given the situation at the time.
That's a situation at this time. Maybe a double-digit lead about to be had. Let's see. Game from that post, but dinging off that time. Not the same results as the anchor earlier, but a rebound still might be had there with just a second. A beautiful slap to Ryan, recognizing Ryan. Ryan trying for the bunny, so no longer Ryan Rhino, more like Ryan Rabbit, but Roger Rabbit, Roger that. It's back to the other side. Where do they take it back? It's game.
See, and that Joker stack got there so fast. The Kang stack got there, but this, like I said, I haven't seen that. Look at that. That chain there. Kangarillas didn't even have a chain together. Actually, they did. It was just getting free. I'm not sure what's going on, but this is a very different looking strategy that I've seen deployed from Kang over the last few weeks. And, you know, I'm wondering, did they come into this one explicitly looking to deploy a different strategy? Again, I'm wondering, is it reactionary? Because I haven't seen much of an adjustment either. Moving into this one, although this shot is going to go in. I don't even have the, how far away was that? Has to be like 60, 70 meters.
According to the board, it said 50 either or, though that bounce
Jeez,
from
still.
deep in the other end. What a great hit. It's what they needed. For them, they don't care how they get the points. They just care they got points. They're within 7. There's still 6:20 left.
A stack there from Kang to challenge that one from Game. And so maybe, you know, they are running the double stack right now, quite effective as they do force that turnover. Now, can they chase it down? They do. Zenith's going to slap that one through that far side tube into the trap, going to find its way up into the trench in the skybox there, but Game is going to get there first, track it down. Game taking a shot there. Is that going to be odd? Ooh, we're talking an inch, a half an inch there difference, and that would have been in. And another turnover there. Game in the far side. Game going to send this one up, looking to send it to Jaywalker a little in front. Jaywalker having no trouble picking that one up, sending it across. It's Game now looking for an option, bringing it in, hits it for the 2. The goalie was stunned out there. That was mad, and they are now up by 9.
Yeah, they weren't. So even on that one, the defenders were kind of around those goalie cubes right in front of the goal there, but not really covering the Joker play. Like, that one was made, but it could have been any of the players around that bubble making it. So, you know, not really be able to lock him down at the moment. And now being locked down for another one. Ryan does it again, this time from close from that bubble and 3-point range, 15-3.
Wow. Yeah, wow.
You know, for Kango's here too, Bears mentioning they do have following this match, they also have another one versus Anomaly here in the Master Division. So Kangarillas, obviously their minds are going to be in this game now, but they've got to get it going, not only to hope for that 3rd round, but also because they still have to go play again and just minutes from now as well. So a lot of factors coming in as they come in hot, but a snag from Ryan, not giving them anything easy.
Yeah, this one long shot here. There, OJ picks it up. It sends it in for a 3 still. Cracked. Joker's cracked. I mean, what else can you say? What else can you say right now? 18-3 here in the 2nd round. There's still 4 minutes to go. 15-point difference as Kang is going to line up for another joust advantage here. Coming out of the tube is going to be handled here by Strem. Strem to the near side tube, into the hands of nobody, bouncing around. Mad's going to get a slap on it. Does pour that one up to Zenith. Zenith's going to send that one across there to Sealable, but it hits the cloud block as Strem is there to recover. Strem now in that far side trap. Good possession here from Kang. They maintain that, you know, the problem they've been having is getting through mid. Every time they get through mid, they score. Well, just about. I'd say they're probably, and that turnover there, not going to help. It gets right back into the Kang zone. They got to get that stack together. Joker is there. They have to get back to defense. The shot.
Oh!
I'm banning Jaywalker. I'm pulling out the mod hat. Jaywalker, you're done. Your career's over. I've decided.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, at least as far as I can tell, another, in terms of intent, VRML first.
That's
A
fully
stolen,
intentional.
like I said, because of the intent, it's a first. Wow.
Yeah. Bruh is right. Sealable sending him across Ryan there. Picking that one up. They've got an 18-point lead. A 2 here will end this one early. They're going to pick it up. The headbutt there, not quite on, although almost. They're looking to track this one down. It is picked up there by Game. Far side Game coming in. He wants that shot. He wanted that. He wanted that goal. He wanted that goal as Kong is going to send this one over to Ryan. Ryan juking. Goal is open momentarily. Still open. With Strembitsky, a double stun coming out there. It is going to turn over. Mad picking it up. Going to clear that one all the way down. They're chaining after this one. They do get after it. Mad's getting there. That under assault. Bringing it in. Does get stunned out. And now turning it over. Jaywalker's picking it up here for Joker for another attempt here.
Tunnel, though, being overtaken by Seal. Seal gonna send that deep down, and recovery there, rebound, and open for the goal. They finally got some more points, but you see how hard they had to work for that. I mean, these guys have got to be sweating bullets with just how fast they're moving through the arena and how immediately they have to ping pong basically from one direction and then flip 180 to the next. So great job from Kangarillas, but man, they are expending so much energy here while Joker's making everything so very difficult.
Yeah, and this is a very steep hill to climb. We're talking a minimum of 6 goals they need to pull off here in 2 minutes if they want to come back in the second round against Joker. I don't know. I don't know if that's possible. As this one gets done there, good turnaround. Zenith is picking it up. Going to send that one out, so they're going to have to chase for it. No, Game is right there on the back line to pick it up. Game sending it up to Ryan. Ryan sending it across to Jaywalker. Jaywalker, one more pass there to Kong, and they're back up by 18.
Wow, 23 points here now. They've been, I think, around the 4-minute mark of this round. They had about 18 points or so. I mean, this is such a high scoring output is a thing, but it's not only the scoring output; it is the defensive effort. That's why that's why they're so dangerous. Because you look at the scoreboard, you see 23 points. That's big in itself. You look at the orange side, you see only 5 points. That's actually massive. I mean, like I said, both ends of the floor. It's just all the more impressive.
And ooh, a shot there from Strem. That one with a vengeance. Sending that one in for a 3. A good shot discipline to keep that release behind the line. And they're pushing up to 8 here, but yeah, 15-point difference here. With we're only gonna have about 47 seconds once we come out of the tubes here. You know, we are out of time. Joker is gonna take this one in 2. Joker, you know, they're hunting. They are hunting that Mercy here. They want it. But, you know, Kang is not going to let that happen. Shembitsky picking that one up on the turnover, sending it across to Zenith, looking for that anchor shot on the empty goal. Doesn't take, but Zenith gets it back on the recovery there. Is able to send it in to cut that lead to 13. But we're only going to have about, 11, 12 seconds once we come out of the tubes.
Yeah, got the time to maybe score one more, and it's still going to matter at the end of the day in terms of carrying this over to the next match, because as I mentioned, Kangaroos, they have Anomaly coming up next, scheduled to start in roughly 15 minutes, give or take, and so anything they can get here, it's going to matter on the score sheet at the end. It's going to matter a little bit on the MMR. It's going to matter on their mentality going into the next game. Cannot take Anomaly for granted either, because you know, they are here looking for maybe an upset next on this currently distraught and defeated Kangaroos team in this round. But again, like I said, knowing Kangos, they're a team who they don't let things get them down for too long, so they still have some more to come. But Joker, Dimwi were just firing off on every single cylinder there is in existence, basically, after that 1 week break there during the Challenger week. So I'm excited still to see what the rest of the season looks like, but Joker's hunting another title, and Kangos are hunting another win here later today in the upcoming future.
Yeah, I mean, it was, and this is a bang-up game there. You got 2 saves to Matt, 2 to Strem, 1 to Zenith, all of them getting points on the board. 3 assists there to Shembitsky, but I mean, 24 points to Ryan. I mean, when you're on a team with Game, and you score 20, you're the one to score. You're the only one to score double digits on your team. You know, that's something. You know, it might also say something about the Kang defense. Maybe you know, putting a focus on Game when they were when Joker was in the offensive zone. But yeah, just a ridiculous performance there from Joker in this one. And there's still a lot of season to go. There's still a lot of room for growth and changes and all that. You know, I'm looking forward to the next matchup and the next cycle between these two.
Yeah, NightFiree, any takes on this round or the outlook for Kangaroos as we go towards the next one as well?
No, it's just when you go up against a team like Joker, I think you have to come in being very well prepared. I think when we're looking at the master tier, especially in those top 3, really, if you're going to be attacking any of those teams, you have to come in with a plan strategy specific for that team. I think what Demi was noting is that Kang did start to adjust their strats, and we did see that bring more, points on the board for them. They ended up getting 10 in that round 2 as they sort of started to adjust how they were attacking the Joker defense. But I think it really that plan has to be crafted and created before you even start to play a team like Joker, because if you let Joker get a little bit of a lead, they punish nonstop. As soon as Kang would score, Joker would instantly answer back and squash any momentum that Kang would try and develop. And it's just these teams are just so hard to go up against that I think we're going to start to see it eventually, where we start to see some really unique attacks for specific teams.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's all about the adjustments these teams make. And as we said, in a very near future against Anomaly, Kangaroos are going to have to show some adjustments as well, and just show that they are you know, still in this to finish out the day. If nothing else, 1-1, and just call it a week, call it a wash, and go into the next week hunting some more heads as we continue into cycle 2. So we will go to a little bit of an intermission here. I'm gonna throw up that prediction poll as well for the next 10 minutes or so you guys can get your bets in on the channel side of things, channel point side of things. And also worth noting, over on channel 2, we will have some more matches streamed, as well as potentially channel 3. Actually, it looks like here Sputnik's been streaming a bit on channel 2. Had Anarchy and BRTK, which is probably over right around now, just as well. And meanwhile, for me, I'm going to be heading off to, again, stream a few more as I try and pull up this schedule here. Will be Sputnik on 2 with Inverted and Gen Z, so that's about 30 minutes, or 27. I will be on channel 3 with Unforgettable versus Underrated Rookies. Following that, I'll have Dust Bunnies versus Rush on channel 3, and that should be happening right around the time, I imagine, as channel 1 stops this stream block and ends the stream momentarily. And then later in the night, we'll be back on live one more time with another block of potentially 2 to 3 matches between Flatlighters and Andromeda, Unforgettable versus Extinction, maybe. And then finishing out with Coco's Unnamed Team versus Harmonix. So you've got a lot of stuff here on this Friday. But until then, thank you, Subtlety, on the camera. So much for Subtlety. I've been Palidore. That's been SirDimwi and NightFiree on the co-cast and sideline cast. And we will be back after this intermission with Anomaly versus Kangarillas and Fontac. Thank you for those tier 1 subs, by the by. Bunch of them, in fact. Thank you so much. We'll be right back.
So Joker in Season 1, they didn't go undefeated. Every single game they won, they did it in 2. And the only team to take them to 3 rounds during the season was Kang. And every time Kang took them to 3 rounds, that Kang won.
Kangaroos, they've been there.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kangaroos is back. They found it. I don't know where it went, but they found it.
One more championship team to officially
He got it. Strembitsky trying to find that pass, and Kango's bread butter cut through.
Reigning from NA.
This is Kango's game. This is what they
We
do
have
best.
Kangorillas.
All Kang needs to do is pull that shit. Oh my! Hold on! It's Strembitsky. Was he even looking? Striker, strike that! Silver bang! Whenever Kangaroos, this roster is playing Echo Arena.
So Joker in Season 1, they didn't go undefeated. Every single game they won, they did it in 2. And the only team to take them to 3 rounds during the season was Kang. And every time Kang took them to 3 rounds, that Kang won.
Kangaroos, they've been there.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kangaroos is back. They found it. I don't know where it went, but they found
One
it.
more championship team to officially
He got it. Strembitsky trying to find that pass, and Kango's bread butter cut through.
Reigning from NA.
This is Kango's game. This is what they
We
do
have
best.
Kangorillas.
All Kang needs to do is pull that shit. Oh my! Hold on! It's Strembitsky. Was he even looking? Striker, strike that! Silver bang! Whenever Kangaroos, this roster is playing Echo Arena, they're going to always be at the top. Mark my words.
Putting that last winning goal, that last touchdown, is the most nerve-wracking thing you can do in your entire esports career.
And not just skill, but planning. These guys play chess. This is not your grandma's Echo Arena.
The be all and end all, when you are the guy with the disc, you have to make the goal, and knowing that if I let this in, that's it.
I don't feel like it's a job. I don't feel stressed. I'm looking forward to it every single day. I love this.
We are the apocalypse, and a pill that keeps us floating as we fly above the stars.
The clip's outdated. Joker, overrated. Long have we waited. Season 3 Kang activated.
So, generally speaking, mentality going into this finals.
They're good, they're confident, well, not even a little tiny bit nervous, so it's great.
What do you have for your opponents?
We're feeling better.
With 1 minute left, and instead if this turns around into a goal, they're going to be really hurting. At the moment, lining it up, and eyeing the shot. It's mad, coming alive, and Kangarillas, they're looking to force that round 3.
Walking this one in. Strem with cut pass and Loveridge slams it in. Off the backboard. Strem's getting there first. He hits it. We're going to game 3 late. Yeah, that cross pass does hit Sealable. Sealable has a one-on-one with the goal here. He's going to take the shot. He hits it, and that's going to put Kang up by 3. Or that's Strem. It's Strem. The predatory pasta himself. He's going to plant that winner for the 2 and tie it up. I have nothing else to say.
That was raw.
Good afternoon, Jackson Jills. I'm SirDimwi, and this is 3 Minute Meta. In this installment, we are going to cover resets. In the next couple videos, we will be going over neutral zone offense, but before we can do that, we need to touch on resets. A common synonym for reset is a back pass, but these are in fact 2 distinct things. A back pass is nothing more than the act of sending a pass to a teammate in the direction of your own goal. A reset, on the other hand, is a specific type of back pass with a specific purpose. When you send a reset to your backliner, you are in effect resetting the play. You are restarting your attack effort. When we talked about zones, we also talked about the two stages of attack in Echo Arena, and that these two stages are at mid and bubble. So when you are resetting the play, you are allowing your team to properly set up for an attack on either the mid or the bubble. In either situation, this setup is taking place in a neutral zone, and that back pass, that reset, is being sent to a player in the backfield of that given neutral zone. So when is it appropriate to reset the play? This is actually fairly simple to define. A reset will generally only occur in the following situations. 1. You've just broken through mid and are intending to set up to attack the bubble. 2. You just forced a turnover in your own zone. Or 3. Your first attempt to attack a zone failed and you have maintained or regained possession of the disc. This isn't to say that you should always reset in these situations. Rather, there just really aren't any other situations that will call for a reset. It's an obvious point to be sure, but only because in making it we ignore the nuance of exactly when a reset is most appropriate. Another important factor to consider when calling for a reset is your numbers situation. How many players do they have between the disc and the attack zone, and how many players do you have for a coordinated attack? If your number is smaller, you likely want to reset the play in order to obtain a better numbers situation. One of the most difficult bad habits to break in Echo Arena is the inclination to always be moving forward, which also makes resets one of the most difficult good habits for a team to develop. The core of the breakdown lies in a lack of strategic consideration. If you're in a situation that would otherwise call for a reset, you are likely in a situation where the defense has an advantage. If you continue to drive forward despite being at a disadvantage, you increase the chances that the defense will stop the drive and force a turnover. This is a poor strategic decision, even if it sometimes still earns you a goal. You have to train yourself both as a team and as an individual to recognize your strategic situation at any given time. Being able to break down the arena into simple terms, in this case numbers, makes it easier to keep an eye on the overall strategic situation. So long as you're aware of your number situation, you should typically be able to determine when it is appropriate to reset the play. So in the next two videos, we'll be going over neutral zone offense, which I break down into two sections: turnover offense and bubble offense. Following those videos will be my bubble defense episodes, so to those of you that have been requesting it, this is your roadmap to when I intend to deliver on that. But as always, I thank you very much for watching. I've been SirDimwi. Please like, share, and subscribe, and have a wonderful day. Good afternoon, Jacks and Jills. I am SirDimwi, and this is 3 Minute Meta. In this third installment, we are going to cover defensive joust schemes. So I'm going to throw a whole bunch of numbers at you, and then we're going to break them down. 2-1-1, 1-2-1, 1-1-2, 2-2, and 1-1-1-1, though we're just going to call this man from here on. These are your basic defensive joust schemes. With the exception of man coverage, the three numbers correspond to three assignments in the following order: forecheck, midfield, and backfield. The numbers represent how many players you're committing to each of these assignments, and pairs typically represent chain pairs. So we'll start with the most common, and so likely the one most familiar to you, the 2-1-1. This scheme is typically run by sending a chain in the direction of the opposing team's quarterback, sending one player up to mid, typically to cover a pass option, and leaving a player back to guard against long shots, deep passes, and clears. It's the most common style of defensive coverage because it also tends to be the safest to run. Any players you send deep are in a pair and so can boost back on defense. There's a goalie protecting the bubble and goal, and the midfield player is not too far out to generally get caught behind the play if the offense progresses through mid. Conversely, a 1-2-1 scheme, while used a fair bit at the competitive level, is also a generally vulnerable scheme. This scheme sends a single player in the direction of the quarterback while setting a chain up to attack the first or second pass. The aggressive nature of the play does lead to some moderate success in forcing a quick turnover, but if the play does not succeed, there's a fair chance that the forechecking player will be caught well behind the play, and thus the offense may be able to push a 4v3 all the way to the goal. This is not to say that the 1-2-1 should not be used, only that you should be aware of the dangers when deploying this scheme. The 2-2 scheme is one that utilizes two defensive chains, generally one to attack the quarterback and one to attack the first pass, or some other combination of similar assignments. It's an incredibly flexible strategy given the mobility of having all players on the field in boosting pairs, but it can also be vulnerable to tube shots and long bounce shots if the chains are not quick enough to track down those shots. The 1-1-2 scheme you might consider as more of an alternative to the 2-2 scheme, where instead of sending a pair at the QB, that pair splits with one going to QB and one covering a pass option. This makes the first pass more predictable for the back chain, and so they can set up in a more favorable position to attack. And finally, man coverage is probably one of the most aggressive formations a defense can utilize. This scheme sends each player to cover each of the opposing team's players one-on-one. The idea is to take out all available options while also applying a pressure to the quarterback in order to force a bad pass or otherwise any manner of turnover. So long as you're aware of the position of your teammates and can quickly get back together to change your bubble in the event that the coverage breaks down, man coverage should only be moderately more vulnerable than a 2-2 or 1-1-2. So now I'm curious, what sorts of defensive schemes have you seen deployed? Which ones do you consider the most effective? Do you think I missed something or got something wrong? Or do you have any ideas for other 3-minute metas? Please leave them all in the comments below this video. I will be reading through all of them, so feedback is greatly appreciated. But that's it for this installment of 3-minute meta. In the next, we are going to cover initial attack vectors. I've been SirDimwi. Please like, share, and subscribe, and have a wonderful day. Subtlety, I told you I wasn't ready. I'm just kidding. Of course we were ready. Of course we're ready for this one. Kangarillas versus Anomaly. Are you kidding me? Oh, we are so ready. And I could actually hear myself right now because I didn't mute the stream because I love hearing. I obsessively listen to my myself when, when my stuff pops up because I'm like, I gotta hear how I sound. But anyways, what's going on, everybody? I am SirDimwi, joined now by Glean, and of course, so much for Subtlety still on the cameras. Also, got to give a shout out there to Polo with the Prime sub. Thank you very much. The Moose with the Prime sub. Thank you very much. Glean, are you as excited for this game as I am? Because I think it's obvious at this point. I'm a little excited.
Oh yeah, absolutely. This is Anomaly's first Master Tier game. We have to see what they're going to play like. Kang coming off that game against Joker, ready for a win here possibly. It's going to be a great contest between these two teams.
And not only Anomaly's first game here in Master Tier, but against Kangarillas. I mean, against Kangarillas. Guys, the last time these two teams have played, do you know when that was, Glean?
Probably before my time.
It's a trick question. Never.
Well, there you go.
Never. These two teams have never met up before. Someone's about to prove me wrong. They have never met up before. They have never even scrimmed. Subtlety claims. So if that's incorrect, sue him. You know we love you, Subtlety. You know we do. You know it's true. But I see one team has readied up. We're waiting for the other one to ready up. And yeah, this is I do not know. I honestly, honest to goodness, do not know what to expect in this matchup. I earnestly do not. I don't. Anomaly stacks are so strong and so fast. I don't know. I mean, because Chocolate and Sweet Tooth, talk about a pair. I mean, seriously, you're talking about NightFiree with the tier 1 sub triggering the hype train. Is that what I'm seeing? Just triggered the hype train. So there we go. Hype train is running here for this game between Kangarillas and Anomaly. So thank you to Kangarillas and Anomaly. And thank you to everybody contributing. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what to expect between these two teams. And as I was saying, Chocolate and Sweet Tooth, if there was ever a pair, I mean, the theming of that, you know what I mean? Like, that's fate. That's pure fate right there, Glean.
Destiny, absolutely. They were meant to be together. And if you guys saw that Challenger Cup, I mean,
unreal.
The fastest stack in the East. It's ridiculous how much speed they can get up and down the field. It's insane. It could rival Joker at some times. It's ridiculous.
And you know, I've been talking a lot about that round between Anomaly and Aurora in that Challenger Cup, the one I call the greatest round of Echo Arena ever played. But Anomaly won that game. Aurora won that round, but Anomaly did win that game. In fact, they won that third round convincingly. So this is a very, very strong team. And I'm very interested to see how they stack up against this Kang, the last ESL world champions, Kangarillas. Yeah, I mean, this is going to be talk about a measuring stick match here. As yeah, so we're just waiting for the teams to ready up here. As far as I'm aware, they have been pinged that they can start when they are ready. So there it is. Both teams have readied up. We are going to get started here in round 1 between Kangarillas and Anomaly. Anomaly in the first in the Master Tier up against the world-renowned Kang. Glean, what's going on?
We are just about to get underway here. Both teams coming out of the tunnel. It will be that anomaly stack coming out first, almost getting to grab off that head, but not quite able to. Sealable now picks this one up, tries to get it clear. Unfortunately, loses the handle. It will go to Acorn. Acorn going up top to where that stack is. Sweet Tooth now handling the disc, backing it up, taking their time, backing it back out for a reset. Now Zero taking the disc back up to Sweet Tooth. Sweet Tooth trying for a cross pass, not quite able to find the hands of Chocolate, but Chocolate now retains the disc and tries to get it back to negative and does so successfully. Going up top behind the goal, there's an open net. It almost gets the grab, but he slips through his hands.
Yeah, Acorn with the shot there. Goalie left the goal in a challenge. It left it wide open. Zenith tried to cover. Got the hand there, but no. Anomaly is going to get their first goal of their first game of their first round in Master Tier. It's the first goal in this round, in this game against Kangarillas. Less than a minute in. I cannot believe it. That is amazing. You know how good these guys... Look at that. They pull that interception. Sweet Tooth has it. Sending it in off the ceiling. If that's in, I'll lose my mind. That one's going to bounce around. They got the chain coming in to pick it up, though. Acorn with it, but only a second. It's off the head. And Zenith slapping that one out of the bubble. Zenith now recovering it, sending it up to Matt, and Kangaroo is going to turn this one around.
Yeah, that was very risky for Kangarillas there, as now the disc does get backed out. Going for a clear once again. It's going down that far side tunnel. It will be picked up here by Mad. Mad now looking to go for a cross pass here. Will try and get it to Zenith, and it will get into his hands here. He's got a little bit of time under a little bit of pressure, but now backing it up. We're seeing this characteristic Kangs play as they love to do with good passing. Unfortunately, just taking a bounce there. It will be Chocolate now picking this one up.
No
Looking for a long three. Oh, but Sealable there on the back. Oh, but an interception by Negative. Not quite able to find the shot, but the disc just being traded back and forth between these two teams so quickly here.
Yeah, Shrem sending this one out to Zenith. 2 minutes in. Kang is still scoreless here. Anomaly, the only team with points on the board. This one down. I see orange stacks coming in. Kang trying to make something happen, but there's the defense returning. We've got a 3-on-3 here. Setting in the shot. That one's going to go wide. Zenith now picking that one up. He gets stunned out there by Lit. Lit looking to turn this one around. Going to send it off to the... Does make its way out. It's going to go all down to the bubble, careening around off the backboard, and Mad is going to get there first to pick it up here for Kang. Now turning it around once again. 2.5 minutes off the clock now. Kang in possession. Mad sending out across to Zenith in the far side trap. Zenith sending it back with Sweet Tooth with the interception. Although that chain does break up, Shembitzi's going to be able to recover this one in his own zone here. Back on offense is Kangarillas.
Yeah, now Strembitsky handling the disc. You can see that Kangarillas knows just how lethal that stack is from Anomaly, and just speak of the devil, there it is. They're trying to bring up that stack as best they can, but it's just so fast as they now back the disc back out under that pressure. Oh no! What a grab by Chocolate! Chocolate taking the long three. It's on from 40 meters out. They're up by 5.
I cannot believe what I am seeing right now. That give and go first. I gotta shout out Kangarillas. That give and go they had them popping it back and forth. The slap passes was beautiful, but Lit. I don't know. He had his Wheaties for breakfast. He scores that turnover, sends that one in from the tubes. I can't believe what I'm seeing right now. That stack forces that one out of the hands. Shembitzi is going to be able to recover it. Shrem sending this one out is going to be in the hands of Mad now in the offensive zone. Mad sending it across a little bit ahead, but handled comfortably by Shrem off the wall. Shrem sending it back to Mad, a little behind, so Mad has to back out for it. Sending it back over to Zenith. Zenith going under the goal there to Sealable. Sealable, dangerous under the goal. He gets it in off of Sweet Tooth's head, and they're on the board here 4 minutes in.
Yeah, a beautiful passing play to get set up and get their first couple of points here on the board. They desperately needed that after almost being held scoreless for about 4 minutes here. Something that's rather uncharacteristic for Kangarillas, but that's just a testament to the defense here as they do get the grab.
Oh, no.
A long three, not quite online here, but it will be picked up here by Zenith. There are no blue players in sight. Now picked up by Sealable, and Sealable puts it in for 2.
And there, a punishing goal there from Kangarillas, but still down here as we approach the halfway mark of round 1. Anomaly with the Chelsea advantage, still up by 1 here. So Anomaly going to be looking out. I'm curious how they're going to approach this next possession in particular, because they're in the lead, but only a little bit. There's still 5 minutes on the clock, but 5 minutes are gone. But they are also against Kangarillas. And look at that relay there. Sweet Tooth setting up. Acorn bringing it in, hits it. Top corner pocket. They're up by 3, just like that.
Oh my gosh, that was a 9-second goal turnaround from one end to the other. I mean, we talk about the speed of the stack. How about the speed of that offense? Just absolutely ridiculous in punishing that defense. As now we see the iconic Kangorilla's upside down rollout. It will bounce to Zenith, Zenith going to Mad, and now Sealable handling the disc, looking for another pass as he dances around the Geo. Sealable opting to back it back out to Strembitsky. Strembitsky now looking for another pass, going up top, not quite able to find Mad, but he will recollect it here off the bounce. Mad now trying to walk it inside of the bubble, opts for another reset back to Strem. But a great steal there from Sweet Tooth to deny the opportunity on the offense. They have a stack coming down the way. They're not quite able to get the grab, but a great stun there as Sweet will pick this one up. It's a 2-on-2 opportunity. He's looking for the cross. He does have Chocolate. Chocolate going down.
No way.
No way. Sweet Tooth and what a dunk. What a play.
Anomaly has just increased their lead to 5 here. 4 minutes to go. There's still a lot of time. There's still a lot of time for Kang to find their feet, to get back, to take the lead. Excuse me. But yeah, so Kangorilla's with this joust advantage coming out here, going to be handled by Strem. Strem sending it quickly down there to Zenith. Zenith into that near side tube in the hands of Mad. Mad now sending this one far side into the hands of Sealable. Sealable backing it out, good for the reset there. Oh no, the turnover. Lit picks it up. Lit sending it in. Oh, the bounce there, the ding, and Kang is going to get there quickly, but they shovel that one out. Sweet Tooth is in a good position to pick it up. Kang though gets the stacks together. They do pick it up. They're going to dribble after this one. No, it's going to set back in. Sweet Tooth there has a lane. Sweet Tooth takes a shot, it goes high, and it's picked up now by Acorn outside of the bubble. Acorn looking to send it back to -0 on that reset, as they did have a numbers advantage, but Zenith sneaking in from behind, able to cause that disruption there. But it gets slapped in that near side tube, sending it across, but a better chain there from Kangorillas. They send this down to Mad. Mad has a lane. Mad does miss. He misses that one, and a good stun there. Zenith gets a hand on it, but Sweet Tooth picks it back up, sending it up into the hands of Lit. Lit wants to take the shot, but that chain is there to recover it, and it's back in the hands of Kang.
Yeah, they're just being traded here between the two teams, and we know that infamous magnetic rim that the posts have on that goal, as now Zenith going down towards Mad. Mad looking for a cross back, but a great read there by Acorn. Get the disc into his own hands. Now the disc bouncing around in that mid lane, not quite able to find it, as it will be Kang to pick this one back up. A long three, not quite on, as Sweet Tooth now slaps this one out of the bubble, back into the mid zone. It will be picked up here by a member of Anomaly. It looks like Sweet Tooth will get there, but no, the Kang stack too fast. But another grab here, denying a shot as it now bounces into the orange zone, just to be picked up by Kang here once again. Possibly, no, it will be Lit getting the grab going up top, but Acorn was stunned out, and now the disc bouncing back. Sweet Tooth now picking up the disc to reset up the offense.
Sweet Tooth now under assault there by Sealable, going to send it across to -0. -0 now, going to slow it down here. This team has the lead. They can run that time. They can run clock management here. But that pass down the floor, out of reach of the intended target. Strembitsky picks it up, sending it out through that near side tube. Strem gets his own send in and almost gets a good bounce off of the post. But that one now far side wall picked up here by Choco Lit. So another turnover here, 1:40 on the clock. Lit looking to send this one out. Oh, excuse me, it was a pass there to Sweet Tooth. Sweet Tooth did not have a lane, so he sends it back to Lit. They're going to play monkey in the middle there with the defense. Now sent into Acorn. Acorn under assault by that chain. Sending it over to Sweet Tooth. Sweet Tooth going to get stunned out there by Strem. And Strem now picking this one up here for Kang. Looking to send it out into the hands there. Zenith is going to forward it all the way down into the Anomaly zone. And Anomaly does get there first, Sweet Tooth, but they're in the hands of Strem. They've got a 3-on-1 here, sending it in. Strem hits the post, and Sweet Tooth is able to shovel that one out to mid. Zenith not able to grab it. If they can get a chain here, they could beat him to the disc. The chain is incoming, but no, Zenith is going to recover that one. Chain actually slowed down, looking to recover it now. A good, fortunate bounce to Mad. The chain is still loose, though. Sealable not able to handle. Sealable dropped. I don't know what happened. I saw the way, the AFK sign. This one is in the bubble. They're going to get down here. Good leech by Mad, and Mad is going to get that one out of the bubble.
Yeah, but Chocolate now picking this one up, going up to negative, looking for a shot, not quite on. Strembitsky with the grab, as it now clears back out into the blue zone. The stacks are away. It will be picked up here by Sweet Tooth. That fast Anomaly stack again. Sweet now looking for the clear and boost. They get the dribble off. Choco trying to go down to Sweet, not quite in his hands, as the disc now bounces into that orange bubble. We will see Sweet Tooth get stunned out here by Strembitsky, but a good grab by Acorn, not quite able to find the shot. Now Zenith entering and able to get the clear back out into that tunnel.
And with 5 seconds to go here, one last shot there into the hands of Sealable back. Sealable's going to send it out, but ladies and gentlemen, Anomaly just took a round off of Kangarillas. Anomaly just took a round off of Kangarillas. I've got nothing else. That's it. I have a message for League General. Y'all got to get in here. Everybody got to get in here. This is history. Anomaly is staking their claim. Anomaly is staking their claim.
In their very first master match, no less.
I am so proud of these guys. Seriously, because this is work. This is work. They have put in the work. They went 9-4 against Kangarillas in their first Master Tier matchup. And as Rocks Titan notes in the chat, the reverse sweep definitely possible, especially with Kang. But oh my goodness, the performance we just saw from Anomaly. I'm ecstatic. These guys, they're so. Glean,
no
save me from myself, man.
No words. I mean, we saw the offense, we saw the defense. That stack just blazingly fast, able to interrupt these Kang passes that they're so well known for. Kang trying their best to keep up with the speed, but the speed is just there. I mean, yeah, anything can happen going into this round 2 as we are about to get underway here, but incredible that they were able to take this first round in this first match, and they do get the headbutt off that initial joust once again. Now going over to Acorn, but Acorn stunned out by the Kangarilla stack, now trying to get it clear through. The disc bouncing loose, but there again, the stack ready to go as they now dribble it all the way down. SirDimwi looking for an opportunity. But the Kangarilla stack now catching up to them, showing their own speed as now the disc bounces loose. Now picked up by Acorn and trying to get it back into the orange zone, but not quite able to off that bounce.
Sweet Tooth with it there on the far side. Under assault, sends that one. Good pass up to Lit. Lit sending it back to Sweet Tooth. Sweet Tooth able to stun on Zenith. Hits the shot! Oh my goodness! That was just a slap. That was just that. I can't believe they just played Kang. They won all those 50-50s. Wow.
This is insane. This is ridiculous. Anomaly coming here and showing that they are master class indeed. As now the pass not quite online. It will be picked up here by Chocolate. An interception from Sweet Tooth now. Sweet Tooth going for the ceiling shot. Not quite on. I almost lost it there as Sweet Tooth now picking this one up. Goes down to Lit. Going back to Sweet Tooth, but a great read by Mad will deny the opportunity. Slaps it back out, but it bounces off that bow tie. Now the disc still loose. Picked up here by Sealable, and now trying to get the clear as Zenith, or looking for the pass here as they try and slow things down, get something going. They do opt for a dribble down into the tunnel. They try and get it up to Sealable. Sealable going across, does find SirDimwi, and SirDimwi trying to set up the offense here.
Shrem, yeah, slowing it down here in the offensive zone. We're only 2 minutes into this second round. But once again, I mean, it's 2 minutes in. Kang is scoreless. Shrem now walking this one up, has the room, going to send that one across. You see Anomaly not lead bubble, and a good setup there. Mad over to Shrem, and Shrem brings it in for the 2. Kang has tied it up here in the second round, but is that the first time they've been tied in this game yet? I think it might be.
Yes, Anomaly has held a lead throughout this entire match so far. This is the only tie that we've seen yet. Just impressive showing, but a beautiful play there from Kang as now Anomaly gets their offense set up. Chocolate slapping it through, but a great read there from Kangarillas. Zenith now handling the disc. Sorry, not the disc, but a great grab. What a grab for that stack as now they are dribbling it down. They have a stack ready to go. Sweet Tooth able to pick this one up. Sweet Tooth looking for the shot, dancing around. He puts it in.
There it is. Anomaly retaking the lead now, up by 2 once again. The Kang not able to push that tie into a lead here. They are going to have this joust advantage, and a 3 will put them back. Will put them in the lead, but they have to execute. They have to get in there, and you know we saw good execution from them off their last possession, and yeah, they're looking for that control. They know that that chain is dangerous, and you see a good stun there. They're bad hanging on to that chain, stunning them out. SirDimwi is able to get through mid. And when Kang gets to the offensive zone, we saw it against Joker as well. Their problem was getting through mid, but once they got through mid, they scored quite a bit as they bring this one in. Mad sending it over to Sealable with the slam, and they're going to tie it up once again here. 3.5 minutes in.
Yeah, quick work here from Kangarillas as they are able to recover and tie this game right back up. So quick on that offense. They're showing that they want to take this round 2 for sure, as now Anomaly looking on their offense once again on the rollout. Negative now taking his time, not quite pressured, as now we see that Kang stack trying to get through, as now Lit handling the disc. Choco trying to walk it in. He's got a cross up to Acorn, and oh my.
What a setup there. Acorn coming in inverted. The chain was just returning, but Acorn able to place that one in 1 meter out. Good for the 2. Anomaly keeping pace. Well, rather, Kangarillas have been keeping pace with Anomaly in the second round as Anomaly retakes the lead once again. Strembitsky sending this one to that far side trap there to Mad. Mad sending it through to Zenith. Zenith gonna send this one far side across, but a good read there by Acorn sending that out and in. A good chain there. A bunch of chains. 3 blue players are in. Sweet Tooth gonna get stunned out before he can take that shot. That one does turn over. Matt's gonna pick that one up on the far side. I am running out of breath so often because there's so much action here. That chain gets back together. Matt's gonna send this one in. A couple chains, couple players getting down. I see a mix of blue and orange getting into the bubble. A shot there is gonna go just wide of the goal and bouncing out. Now, still lose. Zenith's gonna get there first. Good slap pass to Mad on the back line. Mad now moving in. Far side, inverted. All of Kang inverted. One of their inverted plays. Trembitsky gonna handle this one off of Mad as Mad gets stunned out. Shrem not under any pressure at all, but Sweet Tooth covering him from the edge of the bubble. Really good discipline here, defensive discipline here from Anomaly, but a good setup here from Kang. Are they gonna capitalize? They do. Mad brings it in for the 2. Kang has tied it up again, but once again, to point out, Kang is keeping pace with Anomaly.
Yeah, they're just trying to stem the flow here and trying to prevent Anomaly from getting carried away. They're only matching them. They haven't been able to get any sort of momentum on their side quite yet. We have to see if they can get anything going here, as now Anomaly on offense once again. That stack almost reading the pass and almost getting to it, as now the bounce off the pass not quite there, as it's now in the midfield. Mad picking this one up. Mad looking for the shot, possibly off the bounce, but it will be Sweet Tooth there to pick it up. Now the disc going to Acorn. Acorn going up, but not quite able to find the pass, as it will be Sealable. Sealable looking for the bounce, not quite on, as now Acorn will pick this one up and try and get it going for Anomaly. He does opt for a clear and just bouncing into that tunnel.
Now picked up once again by Strem here on the back line. Strem moving to that far side, slowing down on the station block. This is that Kang is very, very patient. They're very thoughtful, very collected in their execution, and you see it being deployed here. Zenith up to Strem. Strem faking a pass across. They have some numbers here coming in. Strem walks it all the way. A good grab there, and it will be Sweet Tooth to send it out of the bubble and now to that near side wall loose, but now into the hands of Mad. Mad gonna send it to the back line, and they're just gonna reset. You see the collection there, the Lit getting really aggressive, coming very far out of the bubble, and you saw Kangarillas. You saw them as Lit came out. Kangarillas pressed in. That's that execution. Good turnover there, sending it out of the bubble, but Mad not picking it up on the back line, really the mid line. Mad juking around on the floor, trying to get away from Lit, sends it over to Strem. Strem going to the back line to Zenith. Zenith pushing in, trying to draw that defense out. Sweet Tooth not going to leave the bubble. Goes over to Strem. Strem back to Zenith. Zenith wants to come in, goes to the floor, hits Sealable, and there it is once again. And there it is. Kang has taken the lead for the first time in this game with just about 2.5 minutes to go in round 2.
Yeah, Kang could smell an opportunity on that possession, as they were holding the disc as much as possible, really trying to get a good play going, and they are able to capitalize. Now Anomaly must respond with about 2.5 minutes here left to go. We'll have to see what happens as Chocolate now going across, but the bounce, he is able to pick it back up, as now Negative tries to get it through, and he does so successfully, but not quite there, as now it will be picked up here by Sweet Tooth off that pass, going for a reset, but just misses the hands of Chocolate. It will be picked up here by Negative. Negative going across the Sweet Tooth.
That was a great
Anomaly. It was a good look, but Anomaly looking a little frazzled as now Kang has some momentum. Kang clearing it back out. Stacks are not quite there. We'll have to see who gets there first, as it's a race. It will be Anomaly getting here first, but not quite far behind is Kang. And now the clear back out into the orange bubble.
Yeah, this one all the way down. Anomaly getting there, trying to go off the backboard with Sweet Tooth. But Mad getting a hand on it, gonna fling that one out to mid, through mid, but now into the hands of Negatives. Back in the hands of Anomaly. Negative. Chocolate, but Chocolate trying to pull an ender, goes off of the head of Strem, but somehow Negative gets there first. Up to Lit. Lit behind the goal to Sweet Tooth. And there it is. They tie it back up here. Minute and a half to go. Minute and a half to go. We have a tie game here between Kang and Anomaly. Whoa, boy, here we go. Glean, I can't contain myself.
I can't either. This is ridiculous. This is coming down to the absolute thinnest of margins. Now we see Strembitsky going down to Zenith. Zenith trying to bait out that stack. They know how lethal it can be. They are able to break up that anomaly stack. Strembitsky just floating, looking for a cross. He's got one, but the bounce off the Geo. A critical turnover here. Chocolate with the disc takes the 3. Not quite online, as now it will be Zenith to pick this one up. Zenith going back to the bow tie where Mad is. Mad able to duck that stack, going back to Strembitsky. They're really trying to get this last possession, trying to play really, really well with good passing to try and guarantee that they take this round. As Mad now gets stunned out by the stack, it will be Sweet Tooth here picking it up after stunning out Strembitsky. Sweet looking for a clear. He's got one, but Stealable on the backline able to pick this one back up for one last opportunity here, maybe.
Yeah, 23 seconds. Kang in the offensive zone, sending out a cross in this tie game. 20 seconds over to Strem. Strem at the bow tie. Strem sending out to Mad. Mad has an opportunity. Stopped by Lit. This one's out of the bubble. Zenith there to pick it up. Still 11 seconds. One more try here from Kang. Zenith over to Mad. Mad looking for an in pass. Has trying to get the Sealable, but Sweet Tooth with a good read, sending it out. We are going to overtime in this second round. Let's do this.
Get to your launchers.
Yes, sir. We are just about to get underway with overtime here. The second round. This is going to be insane. Sudden death for both teams. Who knows what's going to happen as we will get underway here.
Teams are lined up in the tubes. They are ready to go. They are launching out here.
Blue sends it back the other way.
If Anomaly wins this overtime, they will win this game in 2. But that one turns over. Mad's going to pick that one up, setting it up to Strembitsky on the back line. Strem sending this one out through that near side tube. They're going to chain after it, but Anomaly is going to get there first. It turns right back over. Sweet. They got there with maybe a 1/10 of a second to spare. And this one turns right back over there. Sealable with it in the back field for Kangarillas in his own bubble. Slowing it down now because, you know, at this point, there's plenty of time. There's no clock. You're not playing against the clock. You're just playing against whoever scores first. Strem picking that one up, sending it up to Zenith. Zenith looking at that lane, but not open as that is -0 in the covering the goal. Zenith trying to send that one across the mat, a little bit behind, bouncing off the wall. Strem is able to pick it up. Strem over to Zenith. Zenith, that's a one-on-one, and the King takes it in overtime. We're going to round 3.
Yes, sir. What a play there from Kang to take us to round 3 in the clutch. Oh my goodness. If you have not contacted all of your friends here for this game quite yet, you have to get them in here now. You gotta get everyone in here. This has been an insane match between these two teams. Wow.
Hold on, I have to yell in League General right now. So what do I say? So round 2, overtime taken by Kangarillas. We're going to round 3. Get in here, history. Let's do this. Let's get over. I want to see if we do not get over 200 people watching this third round, I'm going to quit. I will literally quit. I will quit. I will never cast again. That is a threat. That is a promise.
This game is worth it. Get that number up. This game is worth it. It is absolutely ridiculous. You have to get people in here, guys. This is insanity.
Get into your team server, get your teammates in here, get your friends in here, call your mother, get your mother in here right now. This is going to be an absolutely ridiculous round 3. If we do not hit 200, I am quitting my casting job. Get that number up. Get everybody in here. We're about to start here in this third round. 4 seconds to count down here. Teams are in the tubes. I'm looking for a headbutt here from Anomaly. They do come out. They don't headbutt it this time as Kang sets up defensively, anticipating the headbutt. What a strategic decision from Anomaly here, although Willie turnover. Mad's going to pick that one up, set it out through mid. This one is all the way down into the anomaly zone, into the bubble now. Anomaly chaining in, but they overshoot. It's going to be picked up by Strem. Strem, Kang want the first goal of the third round. Oh, it's ahead. Chocolate picks it up, sending it out, but not quite out. Now bouncing to that far side trap. Picked up there by Sweet Tooth. Sweet Tooth has lit, streaking in, but it's going to be grabbed there by Zenith, into the bubble. Now bouncing out. Sealable going to pick it up near side wall.
Oh no, Sealable loses the handle on a possible reset. The disc now bouncing in that mid zone. It will be picked up here by Kangarillas. Mad now taking the disc, looking for the pass over. Strembitsky moving it back to Zenith. Going back up to Mad. Very clean passing, very good work. Sealable trying for the dunk, but not quite able to as it goes off the ding ring. Negative slapping this one back out. Strembitsky on the back line though, ready to pick this one up. Dusty's Acorn looking for a shot, but a great grab there from Sweet Tooth. Now denying the opportunity. They have a stack ready to go. Stacks are underway. It will be Mad slapping this one out though, as it will be Anomaly now taking this one. But a great grab there by Zenith to now turn the disc back over for Kangarillas. And now back into the blue bubble as, oh my, Strembitsky comes in with a slam.
Yeah, Strem there with some anger in that goal. He is not happy about what transpired in that first round, and he has a point to prove. He puts that one in with force. And it will be Anomaly with this Joust advantage. Kangarillas going to get their first. It's the first time they've taken the first lead in any of these rounds. They're up by 2 here, almost 2 minutes in. Anomaly for the first time in this first 2 minutes. Scoreless here as Sweet Tooth sending this one behind the goal, trying to let, Acorn, but Strem is able to pick that one up. And now Strem just flinging that arm around. I can hear him yelling, even though I don't actually hear any comms. I can imagine. Led behind the goal to Sweet Tooth. Oh, the sweet pair brings it in for a 2. They've tied it up.
Wow, what a play there. Chocolate was under so much pressure. He had 2 defenders on him and managing to find Sweet Tooth in there for the quick 2. Unbelievable play, so fast here. As now we see that Kangarillas come out on offense, going back up to the ceiling, going back to their ways as Strembitsky handling the disc, trying to break up that stack. They get the slap down to Mad. Mad going back to Strembitsky. Strembitsky going across to Sealable. Sealable now walking this one up. Sealable, an opportunity goes back to Strembitsky, and Strembitsky not quite able to find the pass, but it will bounce back into the hands of Mad, and Mad now looking for a cross pass up top. Does not. Oh my! Wow! What just happened?
That is one of the most beautiful tap passes I've ever seen from Sealable Bag. I don't even know. It's Sealable. That was amazing, dude. Zenith had a good goal, but what an amazing pass from Sealable. I know he's watching this. I know he's watching it. Not right now. He's watching the VOD. Everyone say hi to Sealable. Now, Anomaly in possession. Chocolate bring this one in. It goes behind the goal. Tries to tap it back. It was a good stun by Kang on defense, and now it turns over. Mad sending that one out. They're looking at Mad did get the shield off, but the chain gets broken up, but he has a lane. He also has Sealable cutting in. The defense does return. 2-on-2. Looking at that was scooped under. Goes just wide of the goal. Oh no, that tap there by Zenith. I believe he lost the hand, but it turns over. Sweet Tooth does get this one out, so it's going to be a chain race once again. I see both chains trying to get out, but oh, no way! Are you kidding me?
Sweet Tooth just comes in, slaps it off the backboard, and puts it in for 2. We're tied up again. And here we go with about 6 minutes left. These teams, this is a heavyweight brawl. I mean, just absolutely throwing punches left and right at one another. Kangarillas now taking the disc again on offense. But the missed pass, the stack there from Anomaly.
No way.
Open lane.
No way.
He top pockets it. Anomaly's up by 2.
That's it. I've solved the issue. I've solved the problem. Anomaly. I'm not banning a single player. I'm not saying the name again. This team is unreal. They're up by 2 here. Who's up by 2? Anomaly is. It's going to be Kangarillas here with this Joust advantage. Strembitsky sending it down to Zenith. Zenith went out through that near. Does get through the chain, trying to get down to it. It's in the hands of nobody. Still loose. Going to be picked up by Mad. Mad under assault there by Sweet Tooth. Double stun coming out. Disc is loose. Who's going to get there first? Sweet Tooth does. Sweet Tooth sending this one out. It's going to get all the way into the Kangarilla zone. Kangarilla stack does get there first, but they fling it. Far side still loose. Going to be picked up now by Strembitsky. Strem now looking at that lane. Has no shot. but his team is streaking in. He sends that one over to Mad, but a good read there by Acord. Acord sending this one out. Gonna get back into the Kangaroo zone, now down to the floor. Bouncing up, picked up by Chocolate, and they're gonna aim for the 2. Is now up by 5.
This, oh my gosh, they're able to dribble and put it in. This is insanity. A reflection of this round 1 where they're up by 5. Kangarillas need some momentum here. They need some points as they get going on this offensive joust. This is absolutely insane. As now Zenith handling the disc, looking for a pass. He does find Mad, but Mad stunned out by that stack, but does get it back to Zenith. Oh my goodness. This defense from Anomaly is just absolutely ridiculous right now, just forcing so many passes. As Zenith, wow. He manages to find Sealable under pressure, going back to Zenith. Zenith going back to the Mad, and Mad puts it in. Oh.
Mad hitting that top corner pocket. They get 2 more on the board, but still down by 3 as Kang. Anomaly has the momentum. Excuse me, I did that wrong. He has the momentum. And now it's Anomaly with that joust advantage coming out here with still 3.5 minutes to go in this 3rd round. Coming out of their tube. It's going to be handled here by -0 to Lit. Lit gonna forward this one through. I don't think he actually got a hand on it, but it's into the hands of Sweet Tooth. Hits the dig off the post. That one hurts me in my soul. As Mad now with it has Zenith on his back. They're looking for a dribble, but they know they're up against another stack, so they do dribble it out. Actually, they have a 2-on-1 here. They're bringing it in. Zenith hits it for the 2. They're back within 1. Still 3 minutes to go, but well, still on the lead. Still with the joust advantage. Still with a little momentum.
3 minutes is all the time in the world when there's only a 1-point difference on the scoreboard. This is so insanely close. Unbelievable as now Anomaly gets going down to the tunnel, but what a grab by Sealable. Sealable looking to get that bounce shot off the roof, but not quite able to, but now Mad picks it up. Mad taking a shot, and he puts it in for 3 on the stunned goalie.
Yeah, that was a beautiful shot there by Mad as the goalie just returned. Yeah, that was a, so it's going to be Kangarillas have retaken the lead here finally in this 3rd round. They're up by 2, 11-9, but we still have 2.5 minutes to go. The momentum has kind of shifted in the favor of Kangarillas, but this Anomaly team, they've already proven themselves. I mean, there's nothing left to prove here as Sweet Tooth is handling this one in the far side. Setting this one up, does get it to Lit. Lit, it gets assaulted there by Mad, but gets a stun off. This one now scooped away there by, I didn't catch who it was, to -0, sending it into Sweet Tooth, setting in a shot, they pick up the shot, Lit, trying to do it, but can't quite get it in, out of the bubble, but in the hands of Sweet Tooth. Sweet Tooth, though, get his pocket picked by Strem. Strem's gonna get this one cleared out. It is out into the zone, all the way down into the bubble, and who's gonna get there first? It will be Kangarillas. Strem with it, they have a 2-on-1 once again against Choco. Lit bringing it in, and Strem is gonna plant it in the far side corner pocket, near side corner pocket for the 2 as they run out of breath again. I need to hydrate. Kang is up by 4, but still 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, what a turnaround here for Kang, and what an opportunity Anomaly had there. They're just not quite able to convert, and Kang now taking the momentum and seizing their opportunities. They can smell a victory as now they get the pickup off that stack.
Oh no!
Oh my goodness. Mad, the madman himself puts it in.
What a shot. That is a 7-point lead. That is a minimum of 3 goals. Stop it! Stop it! Right now! You put your GGs away! Right now! We are not out of time! Stop it!
And
yes,
nothing can...
I'm yelling at you! And you're right, Smooth. I do not have to quit my job. We're over 200 viewers. Thank you, everybody. I was really concerned. Stop! I cannot... I have never in my life been pushing so hard for a comeback because I would love for nothing more than to be able to throw this in the face of all the GGs in the chat right now. Smooth there with the 5 tier 1 subs. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. I cannot believe what I'm seeing right now. I'm ready to ban all of you. Have you not witnessed? Have you not seen what's been going on here? Have you not been watching this game?
Guys, Anomaly is taking Kang to round 3, and they still have a chance in this. We've seen how fast their offense is. We've seen them be able to convert and score on so many opportunities. Do not count them out. This is not over. They're taking a timeout to talk about what they need to do in order to win this game, or at least tie it up for an OT. It can still happen.
Thunder Dash with the 2 tier 1 subs. Thank you very much, sir. I believe. I'm out of water. There's no more hydrating until this game is over. I believe in Anomaly. I want to see it in chat. I believe in Anomaly. So disappointed in so many of you right now.
Yes, there you go, guys. See, Anomaly can still win. They can. There is an opportunity for them to take this one back. There is no GG's quite yet, as we are still within this timeout. It appears a player from Anomaly has dropped, but sure to be back in soon. But oh my goodness, what a game this has been so far.
This team has delivered on so much over the last couple of weeks. They deserve a vacation. No matter what happens in this game, they deserve a vacation. And excuse me, what I meant to say is when they win this game, they deserve a vacation. I hope they're not watching right now. Anomaly, if you're watching this game, excuse me, I already forgot about it. If you're watching this game, stop, turn it off. You don't want to be watching this right now. You need to keep your head in the game. Turn it off. Stay in it. You're gonna win. Isn't that right, chat? Isn't that right, chat? I do really need some water, though.
I mean, with how much action has been going on, I am certainly not surprised. This has been such a back and forth game, such intense movements and such intense plays between these two teams. I mean, absolutely ridiculous. And you know where the best place to watch this back on is, Dimwi? The Echo Arena VRML YouTube channel.
You're right. You are right. So yeah, if check it out. If you are not subscribed already, scroll down just under this, just under the stream here on Channel 1. There's a little blurb there. You'll see links to this channel, Channel 1, Channel 2, Channel 3, and also the YouTube. Make sure you've subscribed to that YouTube, because all the content you see, most of the content you see during the between the games and stuff, you'll find on that YouTube channel. Also, if you have not, ignitevr.gg/ignitebot, or just ignitevr.gg. Check out the Ignite bot. They recently released an update that made it so user friendly. I mean, absolutely amazing. And we want you, the caster team, the teams, everybody, we want you to be using that now. With how easy it is to use, all you need is a PC that can run Ignite bot. I think that's it. Yeah, PC in your Quest. If you're on Quest, you just need a PC or laptop that can run Ignite bot, and you can host games with the Ignite bot for the casters. It's easier to get in than the invite system, all that stuff. And also, me and Palidore's friends list are getting a little bit too long from the caster business, and it's starting to break things. But I do see if we have readied up here in this third round. I believe in Anomaly. 4 seconds. Here we go. Minute 10 on the clock as we come out of the tubes. Anomaly's out. Dude, sending out. They're going to chain for it. They're doing the play. They tried to do the play. They got broken up there in the tube. Chocolate going to send this one up. Oh, a good read there by Kangarillas. They send this one out. They chain after it. They're sending it to the long shot. Oh, just wide, just out of, now bouncing out of the bubble. Excuse me, Shrembitsky going to pick this one up 50 seconds ago. Shrem sending out Lit, bringing this one in, looking for the ice off of the backboard, and he hits it. And that will be the ice on this game. Kangarillas now have won the game. Now you can say GG. But there it is, yes. Kangarillas will take us one in the third round, but what an unbelievable... It doesn't matter. The loss does not matter. Anomaly has proven themselves in this one. Absolutely proven themselves. They are where they are supposed to be. They're looking for one more goal, and they get it. Off of that. That's what they were trying to do. But that'll be the last goal. Probably, we might have a few seconds here. No, they're right on time with each other. So yeah, that's the end of the game. Wow, what a game. What a game. I just, what a game. What else can I say? What else can I say? Anomaly. Phenomenal, guys. Phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Keep doing what you're doing. Absolutely phenomenal. I mean, holy goodness. Wow. Just wow. I mean, that's it. You know? Do you agree, Subtlety? Oh, yeah, he says. Oh, yeah. I just Glean, man. Oh, what a game. That was just... Wow, man.
There's nothing left to be said. Anomaly has proven themselves. If you doubted that they were Masterclass before, certainly this has to prove that they are Masterclass now. Because that was just an absolutely nutty performance from them.
I mean, it absolutely was. You know, I mean, look at that Sweet Tooth there with 14 points. 14 points. Also picking up 4 saves. You got 2 saves to Lit, 2 saves to Acorn, and unfortunately -0 dropped out. So yeah, his stats got reset. They did get logged, but for our display they got reset, unfortunately. But there, I mean, Lit, Sweet Tooth with the game high points, in fact. But also Lit. Look at that, 6 assists. Unreal. And then look at Kangaroos. Every single player on Kangaroos with at least 1 save. Presumably every single player on Anomaly with at least 1 save. But from what we can see, everyone with at least 2 saves. I mean, just unreal. Just absolutely, what a performance. These dudes. I'm just. You know, I was on a team once with Chocolate for less than 24 hours. Oh man. Yeah. I don't really have anything else to say about it though. I mean, Glean, anything you want to say before we get out of here?
Nothing but what a fantastic match, and thank you all for being witness and joining us for what was a fantastic game.
So yeah, as we get out of here, also got to shout out our sponsors: HyperX, Rebuff Reality, Asterion Products, love those guys, Fixed Gaming, VRware.net, VR Cover, and Pro2 VR. We thank you very much for joining us here on VRML 1. I've been SirDimwi, that was Glean, and also so much for Subtlety on the cameras. You have a wonderful evening, and we will see you tomorrow.
Season 3 of VRML Echo Arena is brought to you by HyperX, Rebuff Reality, Asterion Products, Pro2 VR, VR Cover, Fixed Gaming, and VRware.net.